Hello everybody and welcome to Roll Together RPG and to the next episode of our Chronicles of Aeodrun series. My name is Josh. I shall be one of your game masters tonight. I will be the only game master for tonight. I don't know why I said it like that, but I will be.
No.
Josh, roll D20, Josh. Roll it.
I'm rolling. Why? That's a 5.
Oh dear.
No.
Oh no.
Roll a
didn't convince anybody.
D4 for the consequence.
Yeah.
Oh no. Okay. Oh, I can't. That's gone under my keyboard. That's a 1.
Okay.
You know, hold on, me and Tyler just should we let him carry on with the introduction?
I mean, I guess the punishment is having to go into DM for us, so you know.
Yeah. Okay. You don't take any psychic damage, but with the 5, it means you have to continue with the introduction, I'm afraid.
Which is the psychic damage.
Yeah.
Oh no. Okay. Hi, my name is Josh. I will be one of your game masters for tonight. I said it again. And
Josh, roll D20.
no, what am I doing to myself? It's a 5 again.
Roll a D4 for the consequence.
Hi everyone. I'm Tom. I will be one of your DMs for tonight.
Okay, punishment. Another 5 points of psychic damage, and you have to carry on.
I'm unconscious. The end of the stream.
We cast healing. I do healing word. Get up.
That's
Why are you
restoration.
torturing me? Just let me die.
It's fun. Okay, and 5, 4, 3, 2. Hello, guys, and welcome to another episode of Roll Together. I am your player, Talia. She, her. With me is one of our other players. Say hello, other player.
Hello, I'm the other player. My name's Tom. I use he, him pronouns. And it is my honour to introduce you to the person who will be doing quite a bit of the talking for tonight, one of your DMs. Hey, other DM. Introduce yourself.
If this like intro's gone, anything to go by, it's not going to go well today. Hi, I'm Josh. I will be your one and only game master for tonight's session. And my players have introduced themselves and messed with me already. And yeah. One thing that you both didn't do was introduce the characters that you are playing. I was going to start off with Tom.
Hello. As I said, Tom. I'm playing Isaac Silverranch. I'm just a man. I'm just half orc, half elvish man from around, working on the ship. Nothing exciting about me. I'm just a man.
Just a man.
I am trying to make my way home. I want to see my wife and son.
For anybody who's wondering, yes, Tom is playing Brahm. The hero forge is just Brahm with the glasses and the moustache disguise.
I wish I had the fake, the fake moustache that would let me turn into.
Oh no, you don't. Brahm doesn't, but the hero forge does.
I wish Brahm could have that, but unfortunately, it is currently Brahm.
To be you.
Wow. Bram's not doing an amazing job of disguising himself because he is wearing pretty much his iconic garb, although he is now wearing borrowed clothing. He's wearing a long pea coat and borrowed shirt and trousers. He's just a man. He's the cook.
Just a man.
And then we have Talia. Talia, who are you playing?
Wouldn't you like to know, Weather Boy?
I would like. I already know, but I think the audience. The audience know as well.
I am playing E. I am a sentient soul forge. I woke up today. Last time you saw me, one of my characters killed my other characters, and then pretty much most of a lot of NPCs have died. So many of them.
A lot of those characters we made when we did that Bastion world building stream have now died.
Oh.
Rest in peace.
What's I don't know, isn't that the salute for the Imperium?
Oh yeah.
Rest in peace.
Pieces. Rest in pieces.
Yes. Anyway.
But yes, I am E. I woke up like an hour ago.
Making you even younger than what Perry was when Perry joined the campaign.
I'm a baby. Well, no, I'm continuing this whole. The soul exists. The soul is the same. I'm just rebooting.
Rebooting, recalibrating, all of that sort of stuff. Anyway, before we get into tonight's session, we have a couple of sponsors and supporters that we'd like to thank. We are proud to be sponsored by Phoenix Dice. You can go to phoenixdice.com to get yourself some clickety-clack Rathrocks, including some limited edition Roll Together dice, which I have right here. And if you use the code Roll Together, all caps, at checkout, you can get yourself 25% off of your purchase. We are also proud to be supported by Idol Champions of Forgotten Realms. If you type in exclamation point code into chat right now, you'll get yourself a code for a free Electrum chest, which you can use to get items to power up your heroes as you collect them and battle through waves of monsters for free on various different devices, including fridges and freezers and microwaves, if you have the smart kind. We are also proud to be supported by Homie and the Dude. They are a TTRPG group that make various different supplement books, not just for D&D, but for all kinds of different types of TTRPGs. They've got The Wandering Tavern and Scorched Basin, and if you want to check them out, you can follow the links in the chat or in the description below, and you can see if they have any other Kickstarters going on at this point. And if you're interested in buying any of their stuff, if you type in Roll Together, all caps at checkout, you can get 10% off of your purchase. Massive thank you to the D20 Club Dice Heads and other tiers on Patreon. They are fantastic. They are the best. You can join them from as little as one of your local currency per month, or one goat, which must be sent to Roll Together HQ because the kobolds need the goat, by following all of the links in chat or in the description below. Speaking of the description below, if you are watching us on YouTube, please do consider liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and commenting down below, because it helps the algorithm tell us what you like, so we know what to make more of for you. In our last sessions, we had two separate sessions. We had two origin, one was definitely an origin story, the other one was kind of like a one-on-one session that isn't quite an origin story because we've already met the character. Anyway, in Bram's one-on-one, Bram had been brought onto the Golden Maiden, having been through some sort of a premonition, or what's the word I'm looking for? Having a vision of sorts of something that, somewhere where they may have been before. The Golden Maiden was currently sailing to the city of Kirkwall on the Frost Peak Islands, which is just to the northeast of Idorune. They were going to the city of Kirkwall to drop off Ingrid, the blacksmith who's been there the entire time, and Beho, as Ingrid holds quite a high position within the Iron Council and is looking to get some support for the rebellion, is trying to fight against the against the Imperium, sorry.
Oh no, don't go against the resistance.
Yeah. Entering into Kirkwall, Bram walked off to one of with the group of the crew who left the ship, to the postmasters, and sent a secret letter, back to Marley's Rest, and to let people know that he was still alive and that he would be coming back soon, but he had some stuff he needed to do with the crew of the Golden Maiden first. Leaving Ingrid and Beho in Kirkwall, Artelago, the captain of the ship, Bram and the rest of the crew sailed around the rest of Idorune to make their way towards the Terran Isles, where the capital of the Imperium, Catanok, is, as they had a delivery that they needed to make. Along the way, they came across not a blockade, but basically a blockade of Imperial ships checking merchant vessels and all of that sort of stuff for any smuggling or any of that sort of stuff, which Artelago had all of the and for pirates and all that. Artelago had all of the correct papers and everything. There was a bit of a confrontation between the captain of the ship and Isaac, as Bram is calling himself at the moment, but any tensions were quickly sort of dissuaded and the Golden Maiden was allowed to carry on sailing. When they got close to the city of Catanok, they docked at the city of Catanok, let off some of their supplies and took on new supplies, and then sailed away from the city. As they sailed away from the city, Artelago asked for Bram's help down in the hull, in the holding sort of cargo area, along with Cora, his first mate. Going down there, Bram and Artelago pulled part of the ship, which is underwater, the hull, open, as Cora used her magic to hold the ocean back, and a bunch of figures swam towards the ship and came out into the ship, which is where we are going to rewind a little bit and come to what happened with E. E. We learned a little bit about who you were before you were E. I'm not going to go over any of that because you don't remember any of it. So
No.
some stuff happened. You woke up in the body of this soul forged. You were broken out of the facility, the prison facility. Yes, that mask. You were broken out of the prison facility by members of the resistance, people who are fighting within the Imperium against the Imperium's rule, which is led by the former horsewoman of famine, Feldra. You didn't get to meet Feldra, but you did get to meet one of your former commanding officers, Xena, who was in charge of getting you out. You travelled through the sewer system, broke through some grates and dived into the nearby waters. Xena was given some breathing apparatus by some people that swam up to you, and you all swam to the Golden Maiden, and we ended the session with E and the other refugees coming onto the ship, and that's kind of where we're going to come into it now as everybody has pulled into the ship. And I'm going to get a quick description of what Xena looks like. Bear with me un momento while I find that. In fact, actually, while I'm finding that, E, could you please describe to Isaac what you look like?
I think as you are seeing these figures approach, I think you see one of them kind of move onto the ship and then just kind of settle down. Not sure how much attention you pay it at the moment. It's soul forged, but kind of like built for movement. Like lanky joints which seem to swivel and move. Relatively stable feet. Again, for being able to go across various terrains. And a mass of like metal and cables and wires and bone. Yeah. Getting the vibe, you might have the vibe that this is an empire that is basically use as many resources as possible, no matter what the resources are. Make like nothing gets left to waste. And so you can see like the spine, like the circuitry and the wires, because it's just really good. A nervous system is a really good thing, but then putting in another central nervous system. But metals, bones, goggle eyes kind of like had been a bright light and now just dimming. And no expressions whatsoever. It's just a little robot.
I can't remember if we established this in the session or if we said it afterwards, so I will cut this bit out if need be. But the skeleton is, or the spine that is wrapped around you, is that the spine of E? E's living body?
I think it's my own.
Or is it your lover's body?
As far as I am aware, it's.
I think we left it up to, yeah.
Yeah, it's my own spine, but I don't know. We think that her body went to her family as part of, she was a noble house.
Yes,
so
your lover was a part of a noble house who, I think, yes, that's what it was. The body was sent there as a message to not turn against the Imperium. So yes, it would be your skeleton that's around you.
Because they could have used it, but it's a noble house. And they are afforded certain privileges the rest of us aren't, even if they're not necessarily in good favour.
Talia and I both went, how dark do we go with this?
And then we went, more.
Question for Talia, question for Josh. Talia, does E have like a mouth, or is it like the goggles and then like sheer metal?
Gas might want. There is.
So there's like a there's like a
extension. there's I would say underneath it, because there's a like a vocoder rather than a mouth. So like you can't see anywhere where noises. You can't currently see anywhere where noises can come out of this.
And you're not breathing. It's not.
And I'm not breathing.
You're just okay. Josh, when I saw Soul Forge like a couple of hours ago, did they have like the spine sticking out, or were they just metal?
They were full blown metal. One thing that you do notice is the ones that you saw had these large like bolts attached to their necks, not like Frankenstein bolts sticking out at the neck, but it's like a two bolt, like what are they called? Like a like what you get, you know how like the tight things that you get on a workbench,
like a
spanner.
Right.
In the shape of a spanner that you twist to make it go smaller and bigger. I can't remember what they're called for life. I should know.
A vice kind of.
Vice, yes. Yeah. But they've got something like it's called using Star Wars terminology. Yeah. It's a restraining bolt that they had on their necks.
Right.
It looked like they may have had one on, but they don't anymore.
Okay. I think. Yeah, because Bram's got like a 19 inside. I think that's enough. Well, who's Bram? I'm Isaac. Canonically, Charlie, every time they make a step, the coin goes in on the ship. They keep calling him Bram, and it's like coin goes in the like the swear
basically
jar.
Like the ship's swear jar. Yeah.
They keep making that mistake. Okay. Yeah, that's and so. How tall is E when E's at the full height?
Was it like medium height? The entire apparatus is built for movement and speed, so not too tall that it would have difficulty with climbing or climbing, but not small that it can't carry or do things.
Okay, so you're about sort of the height of an average human.
Yeah, again, I think a little higher because there's something the boots and the toes, but it's
I think said maybe about 5'8", between 5'8" and 5'10", I think.
Yeah.
Okay, so relatively quite tall, not compared to the previous ones I've seen who were huge and carrying some boxes
big and bulky and built purposefully to carry large like crates and stuff. Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
And they're those ones were very much more blocky in appearance, whereas E looks a lot more put a hat on.
He doesn't know my name. It's the robot. Thank you very much.
The robot. Sorry, looks a lot more like you could put a trench coat and a hat on, and they would look human.
Interesting. Okay.
Because they're all smooth of features and stuff. Their middle parts are all smooth like.
Sometimes just the average man wears a gas mask in the street. You can't.
Can do,
especially here,
Yeah, there's actually, from the bit I've seen where the intense industrial nature, I was like, okay. So it's fair to say I'm like, right, that's what, I mean, I wouldn't know what a cyborg is, but I'm like, okay, that's an amalgamation of flesh and metal put together. Worrying.
Well, flesh and bone.
There is no flesh, bone and metal.
Bone and metal, sorry. Bone and metal, sorry,
yeah.
Flesh and bone is just a normal person.
And the bone is on the outside being worn.
All right. All this to say, sort of like, I think as E sort of like sort of hunkers down, and so Bram, I think I'm going to try and make like a deception check, not to be like, oh my gosh, oh my guardians, what's happening? 8. I like to think with an 8, Bram is trying to keep like a static, but is staring, and that's kind of Isaac is kind of polite in that way, just like looking and then going, right. I will turn. Josh, who else is? Are you saying that the other refugees have gone?
They're still on the ship. They're on the ship as well.
Right.
The one who was closest to the robot when they entered the ship moves over towards the largest of the basically the person who's come in is wearing a full-blown swimsuit, but is as they pull their face their breathing apparatus off, you can see they're sort of very dark they're dark skinned, but it's like a light dark skin, if that makes sense.
Okay, yeah.
You can see they've got a couple of scars on their cheek, brown eyes, their hair. You can just see poking through the tops of their swimsuit bit is black and curly, and they move over towards one of the other two figures that are also in swimsuits of a similar design, and whispers to them, and then they dive back out into the water, leaving Artelago, Cora, you two, this other figure, and 2 other refugees on the ship. Yes, robot.
I would like the robot would like to go but the robot is still psychically linked to Xena, so just going. That man keeps staring at me.
You're probably going to get that quite a lot. It's something you're going to have to get used to. If it gets too uncomfortable, though, people on this ship are easily approachable, so please do talk to them. Although I've not seen that one before. New crew member, possibly.
It feels like not a normal stare. Interesting. And then I think the robot just literally just full head swivels. The whole body is still facing Xena, but the head is now facing you.
Josh,
and just staring.
I'm going to roll what I rolled back in the last episode. Is it insight or investigation to work out if this thing has a weakness?
Investigation, I'd say.
10.
Can't see one. But maybe it has the same weaknesses that a flesh bag does.
I'm not calling people a flesh bag. And I'm also not going to call the robot a robot slur. It's not that kind of game. Although, side note, I found out that clankers originally came from Star Wars because that's what they
call the droids. Yeah.
And then people were like, that's the name we'll call AI. And like, cool. Okay, so this. Sorry, guys.
There is a soul forged out there that whenever you give them commands, just go Roger, Roger.
I look forward to meeting them and working
and
out.
Name is Roger.
I work out if they have weaknesses. Folks, this might be slightly unpleasant until I actually get to meet E properly. This thing has turned to look at me, right?
It's fine. I gave permission.
Yeah. And Talia, like, have the eyes, like the lights changed at all? Or does it look like this thing's just sort of settled and is looking at all? Like, I'm saying, like, have the lights got more intense? I'm like, cool, I'm being looked at.
I think the lights would have been more of like a yellowy color to cut through the darkness of the under the water to give for other people. I think once it's here, they've got dimmer so that they're not kind of shining beacons, but then kind of going into a more like a blue, kind of like a soft blue, looking at you now.
Another investigation roll. That's 11. So it's just, are you carrying weapons? Do you look like you can fight?
The creature is a weapon.
Blade hands. Okay. Is Artie, who's Cora's sort of was holding the.
Is still holding the water back at the moment. Artelago is speaking to the woman who just spoke to the 2 people who just dived back into the water. They're having a conversation sort of amongst themselves at the moment.
What do I need to do? Do I need to start moving things back, or is the captain going to need me, or have I kind of done my job down here? And, or I didn't really get given orders. I just got told.
Cora will look towards you. She'll be like, Isaac, would you mind, as she's holding the water back, would you mind starting to shut the doors, please, so I can let go of this?
Aye, no problem. Start shifting the.
Takes a little bit longer because you're doing it on your own. The doors aren't particularly heavy. They are a little. It takes a bit of to do it, and it would have been quicker if there were 2 people, but Artelago is in a conversation with this other person at the minute. But you get the doors shut, and Cora lets go of the magic, which you can see there's like a little bit of water sort of formed a puddle around the entrance to the door, but other than that, it's all good. She's sweating quite a lot from holding it for as long as she did, but as soon as the spell drops, she moves over towards the other refugees, a woman and a child, and checks in that they're okay. And I'm going to lead these 2 upstairs and get them to the canteen area so they can have some food. Okay.
Right. Do you want me to come up and start there's stuff on the side, but I could start making stuff if you want.
I mean, that would be helpful. We'd leave the captain to finish his conversations with these, and I'm going to take these up. Okay, Captain? That's fine. I'll finish my conversations here, and then we'll follow up. Okay, I'll see you all in a bit.
I Cap.
So,
walking, eyes in the lamp, and then turn.
You do behind you. Does the same thing.
I don't think Isaac would do the full but that's quite funny if then the robot's just like boop, 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 boop. Yes. Actually, can I catch the captain's eye as we're going?
Yeah.
And sort of so I look to Artie and then look to the robot and sort of raise my sort of that kind of this okay? We okay with this?
he nods towards you while still talking to this woman. Nods towards you and sort of says, carry on.
Yeah, I think because we've spent quite a lot of time together, that's sort of subtle. Yeah, just he knows if there was a problem, I would help. I go up and start it's probably some kind of stew or something. I've got the food going probably for everyone, and also I'm able to give it's a mother and a child, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's bread, so sort of it's tack, but not quite. It's probably not as bad as the British Navy, but I'm able to give them some food and some fruit and just I'm just getting the food ready. So if there's anything in particular that you want to eat, we'll see what we can do. Or if there's anything you can't eat for various reasons, let me know and I can work around that. I'm Isaac, by the way. Welcome to the ship.
Thank you. I'm Sarah, as the woman says to you. My name's Sarah.
Hey, Sarah.
My daughter's name is Tulip.
Welcome to the ship, Tulip. I think, slightly sort of she just
looks very shy.
Sorry. Well, that's the thing. As I said, if either of you have got anything you want in particular, I think we might even have some cake. Do you like cake, Tulip?
Can you get me my mum?
I look to Sarah.
She means my partner.
Right. Try. Is that? I'm looking at Sarah now. Is that a look of? Okay, let's do insight.
Yeah, you can do insight.
Yeah. 17. I assume
unprofound sadness.
Right. I think I can take that. Mentioned. Yeah, I can take that as that Mum's not going to come.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, Isaac, you're just not good with. You haven't had enough experience with kids to take care of your own. Mm-hmm. I'm afraid, young one. I'm mostly focused on the food. But you'll probably I always feel a lot better when I've had some warm food in my belly. You've been through a lot. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
She takes herself off and she goes sits down in a corner of the canteen in one of the quieter corners where the other crew members aren't, and sits there on her own.
Again, sort of looking at Sarah and
staring at her feet.
She yours?
She's mine. Yes, my wife and I we had her.
My condolences.
Yes.
It's a good ship though.
Thank you. We're just looking to get to Abercathis so we can start anew.
No, I appreciate.
Need to get as far away from the city as far away from the Imperium as possible. They're not doing right by their people.
So I've heard. Again,
my wife fell victim to their call to eternal service. All you have to do is catch a cold.
That bad, eh?
End up in hospital. You don't come out.
Guardians. again. Well, I know this isn't going to help as much, but the canteen's always open. If she or you need anything, and we can give you some space if you need just your own little space to grieve and sleep.
Thank you. I would like to ask, and I mean no ill.
No, it's fine. Yeah.
I don't mean to offend anybody, but if you could please ensure that the creature that came onto the ship with us, the soul forged, as the Imperium call them, stays as far away from us as possible, please. Just the idea of my wife being in one of those bodies is I can't handle that.
No, we can of course. Yes, no, we can do that. I'll have a word with the captain and make sure that it stays below deck.
Thank you. And she'll take some food and she'll walk over to the table to sit with her daughter, and they'll eat. And then at that point, we'll come down to the bottom of the ship as everybody has walked away, and Xena and Artelago are speaking. Artelago will sort of look around her towards you and E, and will actually sort of walk over to you and be like, hello there. I hear your name is E, is that correct?
A moment where he knows that Xena called him something else when they first met just an hour ago, but it doesn't fit yet. Yes.
Pleasure to meet you. My name is Artelago. You can call me Artie if you'd like to. Welcome to my ship. This is the Golden Maiden. We are on our way to the city of Abercathus, which is where I'm going to be dropping off a lot of the people who are on the ship currently. I hope that we can make your stay as pleasant as possible. When I'm looks at you, I'm sorry for what's happened to you.
It is fine. Why do you? If you're just like a little beep inside going, emotions, sad, recognizing faces. It's like, oh, you are sad.
Yes. Do you feel emotion?
I don't know yet. Everything feels big.
I might have something for that. When you're ready, come up onto the deck. My quarters are there. I might have something for you. Might help you feel a bit more like you.
This is a very strange world.
Yes, ain't that a fact? Xena, I will get Cora to provide you with some clothes so you can get out of that swimwear. She has her own little quarters within the area, along with the other female representing crew members. So please feel free to get changed there and bunk down there. And we'll also provide some bedding for the other two refugees that are with us. Yes, thank you very much, Captain. That will be much obliged. I will also be getting off at Abercathus. Normally I would leave and go back to Catanok, but I feel that my services may be needed with E in Abercathus, so I'm going to be travelling with them. That's fine. More the merrier. I'll just let our cook know that we need an extra plate of food. He always does too much. It tastes phenomenal, but there's always leftovers, so it should be okay. Okay, and he nods towards the pair of you. I'll leave you two to it, and he walks up the stairs.
Archie?
Yes.
Oh, fine. This is the psychic on Archie's end. This whole conversation is easier.
Interesting trick.
Have you seen Sunhair?
Have I seen who, sorry?
Just Sunhair?
Sunhair?
Sunhair.
Who is that?
She smiled and was covered in soot. She was important.
I'm afraid I don't know who that is. I'm sorry. Is that someone you knew?
I think so. This is an open conversation. Xena can also hear.
Yeah, Xena is sort of not nodding, but looks a little bit sheepish at the mention of that name. And Tarragon looks towards her, notices, and is like, I think that's a conversation that you two might need to have. I'll leave you to it. And he carries on up the stairs. She turns to you and she gives you, Xena turns towards you and gives you a half smile and sort of pats herself down, sort of getting some of the remnants of the water off of her suit. I'm going to have to go get changed, I think. Are you going to be okay?
I think so.
It seems you're getting some of your memories back. Do you have any questions you want me to answer?
I don't know what questions to ask yet.
Well, when you're ready to ask, I will be here to answer.
Just rolled myself an insight to see how much I trust this woman who woke me up. I rolled an 18.
She is confused. She is upset because she kind of taken you under her wing when you were alive. She's angry, not at you. She's angry at what's happened to you. But she's also sad because she can tell that you're struggling with your memories. And she knows that you're going to go through unimaginable pain like she has.
I am good. I will sit here.
Are you sure you don't want to come upstairs?
Do you have a command?
No, you are free to do what you like. I'm not going to command you to do anything. I'm not that type of person, and you and other Soulforged should not be treated that way.
Then I will sit here. The ocean looks very pretty. There is a second intelligence going on at the moment, and they're just processing things which are new.
Okay, I will see you. I'll see you when you're ready to come up then. And she walks up the stairs to go get changed.
I just find a little blank corner and sit on it and just watch the waves and the stars.
Yeah, well, the level that you're on at the minute is actually underwater, so you've got the little portholes that you can
I
see.
will watch the waves and this. I can see a lot. I'm going to just glimpses of what I see. I'm just going to watch the waves.
Up through the cracks and like the boards, like the waves. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, I'd say that there's probably a certain angle you could get on the stairs where you can see right out onto the deck and straight up into the sky, so you just sort of lay there and look up.
Yeah.
You see the sky, and there's a light wind that every now and then one of the sails sort of blows into view as the ship is, and you can feel the sort of ship lurch forward as it begins to move.
Taking the entire, I'm just on the staircase. Anyone who comes past this way would have to jump over me or climb over me. I'm just lying on the stairs, not going either down or up, just staring.
I think for me, having to carrying the food around and just at one point just look down and look at the robot and just quizzically looking. I'm like, all right. Actually, I'll tell you, I've taken food out, I come back and was just standing there and like hands in pockets and go, do you eat?
I don't think so, no. Right in the vein.
Right. It psychically into
right
my
in
head.
the vein. But with this one, you don't have to be willing for it. It's like having a normal conversation out loud. So you can't stop someone talking to you in person. So I'm just in your brainstem.
I sit down. Is this... Can you read my mind?
No.
Inside.
Roll me an insight.
26.
Bloody hell.
Or at least doesn't believe. He doesn't believe that he can. He, as far as he knows, it's just a conversation.
Right. So I need to speak out so you can know what I'm trying to communicate.
Or you can think back, but it's like having an active conversation through it. Like your inner thoughts are yours, but if you are thinking conversation, then it's just a conversation channel.
Right. Okay. I'm gonna keep vocalizing so people know that we're talking. Though that mother and child that you escorted, they seem uncomfortable with you. So I'm going to ask if you can stay below deck. You're not a prisoner. They're just going through a lot. We would like to try and make you as comfortable as possible. Is there somewhere you would like to be? Are you okay being down here, or do you need to be somewhere else? Also, what else do you need? Do you sleep? Do you need water? You don't need food. Do you need water? Do you need oil? What? How can we help?
Can I still watch the waves and stars?
Yeah. Yeah, you can. Does that make you happy?
I feel like I've seen them before, and they made me happy. Have you seen Sunhair?
Who's Sunhair?
She was important.
No, I don't think I've seen her. What did she? What else did she like? Hair like sun? Do you mean blonde?
Yes.
Right. No, I haven't seen her. I'll tell you what. Isaac takes off his coat, takes off the hat, puts it on this, and then goes, right, come up on deck. Just try and avoid the family, okay? I will escort them up to the deck, but enough to just sort of... Well, we were talking about putting a trench coat and a hat on us, just enough to be the rest of the crew haven't seen... I'm going to say E, just for the sake of above table. I haven't seen E yet. Much easier just to be let's just... It's a person...
I look like...
Yeah.
I look like a ninja turtle in disguise.
That's the reference I was going for.
Yeah. Let's go. Yeah, I think I take them up on deck.
You know that if you wanted to avoid a contact with anybody else, the best place to be would be where the helm is, because only Artelago usually stands up there.
Right.
And sometimes Cora will stand up there as well, but nobody else tends to go up there.
Can I'm just going to keep saying E just while we're... can I put E sort of... So you can't necessarily see them from the deck, but it's enough to be they're right at the back of the ship, just to...
Yeah, you can do that, yeah. So it's on a high-rise bit anyway, so you put them you can put them basically right at the back of the ship, on the deck.
Yeah. Let's escort them up. Is this good? You got the sky, you got the sea.
Thank you. Everyone has been very kind.
you have my condolences for. You've obviously had a hard time, and the crew will take a little bit of time to adjust. But they're all good people, and we want to help.
I have been awake for 1 hour and 32 minutes and 47 seconds.
Well, you're very fresh then.
There's a big brother saying, Day 47.
This little robot's going on a big day. Will you be okay just... I need to go talk to the captain. If you're okay just staying here for a bit? I'll come back. But...
I'm good. Thank you.
Come
back?
Yeah, I'm Isaac, by the way.
My name is E.
It's nice to meet you, E. Tries to put his hands in pockets that are no longer there.
Brahm, starting off with a lie. Such a good move.
You don't want people to know your name.
This is true.
Yeah, I don't know this. I don't know if this robot knows my cousin, which is always a terror that one should have in a D&D game. Do you know my cousin?
Actually, yes, very well, even before the incident.
I also got a feeling that Vez is not a good name to drop around people at the moment. So, hey, get out the newspaper. You seen this woman? How you feel?
Oh.
Yeah. No, I'm not gonna.
E has not heard that name and has not seen any reference to that name anywhere. Funny things might happen if you do.
I will bear that in mind. Let's see where this episode goes. Okay, so I will go try and find the captain.
Captain's in his quarters. Yeah, you can go down and knock on the door. Come in.
It's me, Captain.
Yeah, come in. Come in. Shut the door behind you.
Shut the door.
You go in and shut the door, and as we sort of leave. As you go to shut the door and we leave E on the top staring at the sky, we hear some rustling sounds, and then appearing next to E is a small dwarven figure who looks over you. All right, you're new.
It's just about to sink into the shadows and disappear, and they're just getting caught.
You're like just so crouched like that.
The narrative is ruining my stealth check.
You right?
How are you doing? Looks like you're trying to hide. You good?
Yeah, really out in the open.
Hello? Not for long, I was not. You've
Well,
interrupted my process.
I apologise. I thought I'd come and I'd heard that there were a couple of new crew members. I've met the mother and the daughter, and I've met the really hot woman who's now dressed in Cora's clothes, which is, oh my god. And then I heard there was another one, so I thought I'd come and see you. My name's Denna.
Yes, she is indeed on fire.
Not quite what I meant, but okay. Pleasure to meet you.
Hello.
Do your arms turn into guns?
No. Knives.
Knives? Would you mind if I could see?
What is your name again?
Denna.
Denna.
I'm what you might call, I hold the gunner position on the ship.
Just hold my hand, and then kind of from them a bunch of just like blades in the air appear from the fingertips with a bunch of cyanide. I am a cyanide folk.
That is really cool. I like that. That's really, really cool. So you're going to be good in a fight then if anything happens.
Completely just there's a whole like flicker. My primary position is scout and fight.
Right.
This
Okay.
unit is designed to solo combat, and it's like, yes, I think so.
That felt like that wasn't supposed to come out. That felt like that was forced, and you weren't in control of yourself there. Is that how that felt?
What felt?
Well, you just said some stuff not using your own voice. Did you feel? Did you have control of that? Did you hear it? Do you feel in control of your own body?
This is my body.
But do you feel in control of it? Is the question.
The body, yes. I think I'm me.
Okay. Well, if you need anybody to have a look to make sure that you're not being controlled in any sort of way, need repairs or anything like that, when you get to leans in a bit, doesn't know where your ears are, but just leans in a bit and goes, when you get to Marley's Rest, ask for, if you go there, ask for somebody called Valak. They're very good at sort of tinkering and ancient technologies and all that sort of stuff, which from what we understand, the Soulforged are based on ancient technology, so should be able to help sort you out.
We would find that extremely grateful. Thank you.
No worries. I'm gonna go get drunk and go to bed. So do you drink?
I do not consume.
Okay. Well, if you want to, I don't know, put a warm plate against your face or something, I don't know, come join us down below. We're all just having a bit of a laugh. Anyway, bye. Jumps down the steps. Oh, comes back up. Don't tell any.
28 stealth. Gone.
She looks up and doesn't see you anywhere. If you can hear me, don't tell anybody I was here. I'm not supposed to be on the upper deck. And then disappears.
I also like the fact that he is basically dressed in my clothes as well. It's like, I guess they beat up Isaac and took his hat. That's all right.
It's fine. It's just Isaac.
Yeah, most people beat up Isaac, so.
Oh, no, I'm lovely. Anyway, you don't want to be up the cook. The cook's probably the one person you really don't want to upset.
This is true. But yeah, we come back to the captain's quarters as the door is shut, and you can see Artelago sat at his desk. His hat's on his hat stand. He's just there in his waistcoat, shirt, and slacks. He's taking his boots off and everything. He just looks up towards you.
Right.
Brahm.
Oh, I see.
Thank you. Looks up towards the jar. We're in my cabin, so I'm not calling you Isaac.
Well, we gotta keep some secrets. Little bit of conflict. The mother and daughter, very upset by the.
You went really northern there. Is everything okay?
Are you from the north? I
thought you were from the country.
I am from the country.
The northern country.
If you go to the North Country Fair. Anyway, point being, the mother and daughter, they got a bit of, they're upset by the E. The
yes, E.
Yeah.
Oh, I can understand. Yep, no, I can see that. Yep. Okay. Well,
I mean,
E is also a person, so I'm not going to confine them to any one particular place. We just need to make them aware of the situation.
I've talked to them. I mean, they're currently dressed in my clothes, just to try and disguise them a bit.
If they are in any sort of way mischievous, they could have a barrel of laughs with that.
That's true. I have put a lot of trust in them. They seem confused.
I would as well if something like that had happened to me.
Yeah.
Do you know what a Soulforged is?
Not I mean, you know, I'm man enough to say no. No, they seem to. They're like I know the Imperium do things with souls, like they turn people into like to power machines.
The Imperium have always had this slight questionable method of energy resource. It's known all over Idorune that they harvest the souls of their dead. Generally, not by going out and actually killing people, but people who are unrecoverably ill and elderly and all that sort of stuff. And they'll harvest their souls, and then they use them as a fuel source. Basically, a soul has almost an unlimited amount of magical or spiritual energy that can be tapped into to power electrics, power this, power that, power da da da. But then there were rumors going around that they had discovered. The Imperium had discovered these ruins somewhere. We don't know where, but somewhere on Idorune they discovered these ancient ruins that had this remnants of these what we now call Soul Forge within them. And they found the schematics to make them, and basically they've reversed engineered it and made a couple of prototypes, and they fuel it by taking the souls out of people and putting them into the machines, basically giving them immortality.
Also, the bones.
They lose a piece of who they are.
It's not just machines. I mean, he seems to be formed from like human remains.
That looks to be part of the model design that E is. E is probably one of the more advanced ones that I've seen personally. I've seen a few of them, just sailing to and from Catanot quite a lot. The ones that we saw on the dock are like the basic prototype models, sort of like the worker class, as it were. E is one of the ones designed more for combat. I don't think the bones that are necessarily part of E's function. I think is more of a scare tactic. I could be wrong. I don't know what the Imperium's plans are with that particular make and model, but
so, Captain, what's the plan? Do we let the crew know? Do we integrate E? I understand that they're a person, but do we try and keep them away from the others?
No. I've spoken to Xena. Xena knew E before they became a Soul Forged, and they were an honourable person in life. They were part of the resistance that is fighting against the Imperium, so they're not working for the Imperium. Right. There's no restraining bolt on them, so they can't be controlled. So just treat them like any other person.
Okay.
One of the plans with fighting against the Imperium is to give the Soul Forged their own lives, basically give them their lives back, so that they're not just purposefully being controlled all of the time. So,
right, another refugee who needs our help.
He's another refugee that needs our help there, and as always, when you have people on a ship, there will be conflict between others. So, just treat it as you would treat anybody, any other person. Don't treat them any differently. I don't want them to feel. They're already going to feel like they are lost within themselves as it is. They don't need us to treat them differently because they're different.
Understood. I just thought it was worth. It's just worth telling you that there might be some conflict. But
it is greatly appreciated and noted. Thank you.
Right. Anything else about the mostly asking for food? Sort of anything else I need to consider, or we just these refugees, they're part of the crew now. We just
part of the crew. Keep feeding them. Make the abundance of food that you normally do.
you never know when your next meal's coming, Captain.
Exactly. We will get to Abercathus in. We need to sail around the island now that the Terran Isles is bigger because of the because of the day that the sky fell.
Yeah.
The island is a lot bigger now, so it's going to take us a little bit longer to get to Abercathus. There is a small stretch of period where we need to sail out of the shallows, so we need everybody on deck. There's been a lot of rumours on the seas of a ethereal-looking ship attacking merchant vessels,
like a ghost ship.
Exactly, like a ghost ship. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. Brahm, we're in the room. He's like, well, I met one ghost. It turns out the red ghost wasn't actually a ghost, But how common are ghosts in world, Josh?
Ghosts are quite ghosts are said to be quite common. Most stories tell of the sort of horrible side of them, so like banshees, wraiths, all of that sort of stuff. You do get the odd sort of child-like story about ghosts, like your Casper the Friendly Ghost type stories and all of that, but just about as common as they are in any other fantasy world.
So relatively okay. So I'm thinking like, oh, ghost ship. All right, no, we'll
ghost ship though is something that in your lifetime you've not heard of.
I wasn't aware that ships had souls like that.
Well, no,
sorry. I bend down and I touch the deck. Oh, sorry. No.
Well, not really. I'll tell you, go also touches the deck.
Yeah.
Not really, but if the captain of the ship's spirit was strong enough, then they can raise the spirit of their ship, as it were.
I mean, we got
from what
proof.
I've heard,
We
it's
got
beyond
proof.
me.
We got proof that souls can power machines. So
exactly. So souls are powerful, and a soul with unfinished business that is not being used as an energy source is it's all new to ghost ships are all new to me. I'm not old enough to have been around before we were shut off from the rest of the world. I didn't even know that was the thing that had happened. I just thought we couldn't sail out into the deep. So now we can. So
exciting.
It gives us new terrors to deal with.
And again, because I was a while away, are people sailing out into the deeps now? Is that as common? How far are people? Have they found other lands yet?
There has been some connections made. The most prominent connection that's been made that I've heard of is the city of Gale's Rest, which is a city that floats in the sky, would you believe?
Okay.
Yeah. That's flown quite close to Idorune since this barrier fell that the sparrows keep telling me about. There has been some I know that the Dimigan Empire has made connections with their counterparts on the continent of Nahara, I believe it's called, but there's a bit of a fracture between the two because they've been separated for such a long time. They've basically divided into two. I think I've told you this before.
No, but I'm collecting information.
In terms of people from Idorune sailing out into the deep, not many. We try to stick to the shallows if need be. There hasn't been much contact from the outside either, other than Gale's Rest sailing over every now and then. But that's mainly because it's only been a year, so people are a little bit wary. One of the things that I've heard from the Sparrows, particularly from Valak and Merida, is that we are unsure if the barrier was keeping stuff out from Idorune or if the barrier was keeping something in.
Chews on his tongue a little bit where he's just like, both is a possibility.
Yeah.
Yes.
There is a search on for an old captain, Captain Marley.
Oh.
They're looking for somebody. A big search. What was her name? Hogarth.
All right.
Came to was one of the crew members. Came back to Marley's Rest and said that if we wanted to find out a little bit more about the barrier and what happened around the time and around what happened during the Marley's books, Captain Marley would be one of the people to ask. Valak was too young to know at the time. Hogarth knows bits and bobs of it, and we've not heard anything from Nimbostratus or their engineer, whose name I can't remember.
Is
he?
I read the book. I read the book when we were.
Izzy is believed. That was right. Yes, Izzy is believed to be dead because they went to find their wife in the sea.
Yeah, no, you shouldn't try and find wives in seas. It's a dangerous business.
It's a really good book series, though.
I read the.
I wish there was somewhere I could go read it or watch it on YouTube.
Well, wouldn't that be quite an adventure? Anyway, yes, I will. You've got an ally in me, Artie.
I know I've got an ally in you. You're a soft old sod.
I am. I mean, I gave my hat and my scarf my coat to someone I just met, who I probably should go check on, make sure that.
Yeah. If you wouldn't mind taking them under your wing, from what I understand from Xena, they are very new to the world now. They need somebody to look out for them.
They are like 1 hour, 15 minutes, and 3 seconds, whatever they said. That's not that old. So look after them. I'll do my best.
Not look after them.
I'll keep an eye on them.
Keep an eye on them. Help them. Don't baby them.
No, they're a person.
I said don't baby them.
They're just
a baby killing machine.
I don't think you understand. They're just a baby. They're just a little baby. A little baby knives.
Anyway, I want to have a drink.
Fair enough. I'm leaving.
Get out.
I'll see you later, Cam.
Yep. See you in the morning.
Have a good one.
You as well.
I exit. Anyone else on deck?
Roll me a perception check.
22.
22. You have a little look around. You can see the remnants of Denna going down into the ship. She was she's obviously been in the pantry and got some bread or something, and there's crumbs leading down. Denna is the only one that ever nicks stuff from the pantry, so you know it's Denna.
Which is also why I prepare lots of food, because it's just interesting. I think I kind of said we've got a fruit barrel, which seems to go, but then it's like, oh no, my good bread. Cool.
But you can also see right at the front of the ship, sort of leaning over the edge, you can see Cora Wintersong, the first mate, is just sort of leaning, looking over. She's not in her usual clothing. She looks like she's in what she would normally sleep in, so sort of like a nightgown with a belt around.
Does Cora look like she wants conversation, or is just sort of like...
She looks like she's just staring out into nothingness at the minute. What is E up to?
Yeah.
I'm just in my little hidey corner. I'm big. It's not my fault that nobody notices me. Okay, it is my fault that nobody notices me.
No, it is when you roll 28 on stealth, yes.
I was a rogue before and I'm a rogue now.
This is true. So are you still in the same position then? So you're still on the top part near the helm?
Yes.
So you can see everything that's happening then at the minute as Brahm walks out, and you can see, you saw Cora come out from below deck. She looked like she had a wreath of flowers in her hands, and she's walked over to the edge, and you've watched her over time as she begins like pulling petals off and throwing them down into the water below. And as Brahm comes out of the office, she's thrown the rest of the reef into the water, so she's just got nothing there.
I guess we're sort of like, I just walk over to Cora and sort of quick say,
Isaac.
Good to see you.
So it gives you a you dickhead look because she has to call you Isaac when not in the captain's quarters.
Just waggles my eyebrows at her. How goes things how goes things? It was rather a dramatic afternoon for us.
Sarah and Tulip are asleep. Taking them in has been quite a lot. It's dug up a lot of old memories. I'm originally from the Imperium, so I kind of know what it is they're going through. So
yes, I've told the captain. I think I should tell you as well. They have a strong dislike of E. They've told me that they'd like to. They're probably going to stay below deck throughout most of the trip, which makes sense. So, what do you think of E? That's their name, right? Yes, that's how they introduce themselves. I was concerned first seeing them, but having actually the fact that they're a victim of the Imperium, they seem confused. They're new. They're less than like 2 hours old.
I hadn't thought of it as them being a victim of the Imperium. But now that you say that makes it a really good point, actually.
Yes, I mean, I don't know how they. From my understanding, this process is a form of immortality, and I don't know if it was asked for. Josh, does Cora know about Visania and about that? Because me and the captain have picked up on that. Oh yeah, anything that anybody knows. That's true. Visania being the War Master is known across all of Idorune now at this point, because there are newspapers that have appeared in the desert that have said the same thing. She's God's favourite princess.
Guardian's favourite princess.
Guardian's favourite princess. I think with the new War Master, it might be that they've started using this process. My point being that the captains rather said that E is now a member of the crew and to integrate themselves.
Member of the crew until we get to Abacathus, yes, which is where I believe the intention is to present E to the Queen of Abacathus so that the Queen can see exactly what it is the Imperium is planning.
I hope it as a conversation, not as a dissection.
No, definitely not. No, it's more of a, hey, look, this thing's an assassin.
Yes, I am an assassin. My just appears right behind you.
I am going to... What does one roll not to jump?
Performance.
Yeah,
performance to not jump scare. In fact, I'm going to roll one for Cora as well.
15.
Oh, I rolled a 15 as well.
I think just enough.
It's rather than it being a full-blown jump, it's more of a when you sort of shudder, it's like that.
Does Cora have a weapon?
No, but you do see like a spark of electricity sort of across her hand, but she controls herself and doesn't do anything.
Isaac's hand also sort of jumps down for a weapon that's no longer hanging at his side, and just like, hello, E. Just have you come out of stealth? So are you literally just standing sort of next to us?
I've just bowled off the ceiling and just landed behind it.
We're on the deck. Where are you?
On the mast.
Yeah, just hanging on the mast.
Yeah.
All right. So you're You're an assassin, then?
Take a moment and yes, I was
Okay.
an assassin.
Well,
Back when I was Emma.
eyes flick to Cora, flip back. Okay. Well, you're not your past.
You're suffering with amnesia. That's what it is.
Oh, I myself suffering from amnesia for quite a while, so you have my sympathy. We're going. You are aware you're going to go to Apocalypse, right? Yeah, you knew that was the plan.
I do now.
Again, let Cora look back. Right. Do you want to go?
This unit is learning the concept of want.
Guardians, all right. Okay. Okay.
Okay, the second voice sounds like it's coming from a different place and not.
So, because you were gesturing, so it does sound like it's coming out of like a little side. I think I will just look. Is there any sort of like? Does it look like you've got like a little device there, or is it just like you've got a little hatch, or just a little speaker on your side?
I think it looks like it's so. I've got one of the items is the docent, which is essentially special for like warforged creatures, and it's a little artificial intelligence. It's its own sentience attached to the warforged. It does translation. It does its own spells, and for me, it's my CPU.
And do you know what it doesn't do? It doesn't fully replace E. AI.
No, it doesn't. It's its own separate. I've called it. It's called the Huda. It is the hyperstatic user-designated arcane artifact.
There we go.
Yeah.
And
You
Huda
have, to
is a
send
name
that to,
meaning.
you have to send that to me, so I've
That's
got
fine.
it.
Huda is a name meaning guide. I spent some time trying to find our name and then working out an acronym for it.
And so does the? As you're saying, what does the Huda look like? Is it clipped into your body, or?
I feel it's very much integrated in. It's not something like you could just go, oh, and drop it. But it does. It looks like it is a kind of like welded and meant but part of this whole body now, but like not. Yeah, it's
Does
just
it
its own
stand?
separate
Does
item.
it stand out from the rest of the body though?
I think
a
it's a
badge?
little, like an embedded
Yeah.
badge. Slightly.
Like a Starfleet
Right,
badge.
Yes, I would say actually it looks old. It looks very, very old in comparison. Like Soulforged are based on old technology, but they are new machines.
Yeah.
The docent looks old.
Right, that someone got like hundreds of year old piece of tech and just fused it into this.
Yeah, or
shiny.
more. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I think it's sort of like again, like that's it's quite an impressive trick you got there, E.
Please stop poking me.
Buzz Lightyear to the rescue. Sorry.
Espanol.
I think we used to be the same, and now we are not.
Okay. Split off, different personality. And Cora, the captain would quite like you, E, to meet the rest of the crew and work with us until we get to the city. Are you okay with that? Are you okay coming to meet new people?
I want. Yes.
Okay. The captain's also asked me to. Well, he didn't have to tell me to. He's asked me to keep an eye on you and to be your friend, and I want to do that anyway. So, if there's a problem, you can talk to me. You can talk to Cora, or when the captain's not busy. we're going to try and make this as comfortable as possible. Make sure, but the important thing is that you are also happy. You understand?
Yes.
Okay. Can I have my hat back, please? My head's getting cold.
Want.
Oh, that's fair. You do look good in that and the coat. Yeah, you can have the hat. And thus the continuation of this hat being passed down from people to people. Congratulations, you're my new son. Anyway, yes.
Yay, Daddy!
You now need to post that hat to Talia and get yourself a new one.
Yes. Next time we do a gathering, and then just
give me the hat.
This is gonna be so funny if you run into like any other characters. You're just like, why are you wearing Bram's hat?
I have been adopted.
Or if we're doing Mass Effect, the bit where Legion just fuses on the N7, and it's like, is that my armor? No.
You're not using it. It's not yours.
Not yours, Shep.
Oh, the captain's door opens, and you hear a "Ha-ha! I found it!" And Artelago comes running out and goes to make his way down the stairs, and then spots all of you over the other side. Ah, well, that's nice and easy. Sort of runs over to you. E, based on the conversation that we had earlier, I think you might like this. And he hands you. Is it now? This is an item that you've specifically requested, Talia. Is it a shield, or is it what sort of size is this item that he's giving you?
Ooh. I think it's more just like. Oh, you could just hang it, attach it to something.
Like what are they called? Like a heraldry shield that sort of slots on somewhere. Yeah.
Yes.
I found this. Found these in some old ruins on a deserted island when I was following the treasure map quite a few years ago. Never really saw any need for it, but you might be able to use it, and hands it over. Sort of attach it to yourself, and how does it look? What does it do? How does it react to being attached to you?
I think it's. There is a faint glow, and you can see some of like the lines underneath, and it's just kind of start to glow a little bit, and then integrating new technology. And kind of like some of like, it's not right. Some of like the little bone and the wire, and I shall just kind of like weave around and just slot it deep.
Almost like nanite, sort of.
Yeah.
As this happens, and it sort of opens out underneath, sort of revealing, sort of the inside of E's body. Brahm, without having to roll a perception check, you can see that there is a skeletal structure within E's body. It's not made of bone, though. It's made of metal. And as the metal begins to form around the this foreign object that's being integrated, you can see parts of armor plating underneath that looks far older than the bits that are currently grabbing hold of and what is being presented at the front.
Okay, I think Bram's making sort of an educated guess of this is like, well, again, we know the Imperium found a temple or whatever and started sort of upgrading the works. So it's like looking at like Mayan technology and being like, interesting. Okay. Yes. Also very forward of me to look inside this young man's skeleton.
It's very, very hard to not look, because it's very much like a what the sort of moment. Is this really strange thing is happening? What is this item called again, Talia?
It is It is called the Shield of Expression, except for we're just taking the expression bit.
Yeah, so we're just using it's sort of like a badge of expression, as it were.
The shield is integrated into the body, so it's just the badge of expression.
So that gives you an AC increase, isn't it?
It does, but
so
it's
as it integrates into your body, you watch for more so for Brahm, because you're looking from the outside. You watch as it locks into place and the voice comes out and says integration completed. You watch as, like a ripple effect across all of E's body, you watch as a slight more armor plating. The bone is unaffected, but the metal parts become a bit more armored as E's armor has been improved by this.
That's quite a trick. Is that are you able to just adapt technology like that? Like, make it part of you?
Welcome back, everybody. We have taken our short rest and we are going to dive straight back into the second half of tonight's session. In the first half, Brahm/Isaac met E/robot. There was some memories that were awoken. There was some conversations had. There was some feelings shared. There were some items given. And we ended the session, or ended the first half, so should I say, with Brahm and E going down into the deeper parts of the hull so that E could watch Brahm sleep, and Cora, the first mate of the Golden Maiden, as the ship sailed into the deep in order to sail around the island, looked out towards a storm that was coming and said, "A storm's coming," very ominously. And that is where that's where we're going to pick up with a sleight of hand check from E, because E said at the end of the first half that they wanted to steal Bram's socks.
Give me your socks. Oh. 29.
I will take my passive sleeping perception of 14, and Brahm is, I think we're down in the hold, like we said, just where we're tucking out. He's got his bag, got his blanket. Brahm doesn't sleep deeply, but just is enough to be like he's out of it. Has probably taken his boots off anyway, so it's not that hard to just pull off his well, that was the thing, previously he used to have heart pajamas, but I don't know if they've survived. Josh, just name me an animal.
Goat.
He has he has goats.
You knew I was going to do that.
He has goats on his
socks.
He's
got a goat wife. That feels
That's
weird,
weird.
to be in goat pajamas.
Yeah.
Story time.
Chicken.
Chicken.
That's where the chicken.
Chicken socks. Yeah.
Story time. Tom and I and Talia and a few other people from Roll Together met up recently for someone's birthday, not Tom's, and the venue was chosen not by Tom. And when I got there, Tom met me outside and the door had goats on it, and I went, that's just perfect. And Tom's like, ha. Story time over. Back into session.
Chicken socks.
You take they're slightly worn. I also like the implication that Bram's been wearing these socks. This has been part of his rota while he was back, and they've survived a year in whatever void hell space he was in. So yes, you now have his. Please add chicken socks to your inventory.
With the 29, you're also on sleight of hand. You're also able to steal all of his spare socks as well. So he has chicken socks, goat, cow. Basically, Ronald McDonald's farm of socks.
he got rid of the goat socks, and he didn't know necessarily why, and now it makes sense that it also makes him very sad to look at the goat socks. Although if you went into his pack again, it's full of it's woodworking tools. There is wood carvings of various sort of. There is someone. He looks like he's been trying to carve, like a child's toy. And then he's just, there's obviously, I don't know how good you've been, but there's like the scratches of like frustration as he's not got it right and just gone, oh no. Yes, I don't know how much poking around his bag you do, but.
The thing is though, and out of all the clothes that Brahm has, which isn't an awful lot, but in terms of spare clothing, socks is what you have the most of because you are a experienced traveler and you know just how bad trench foot can be.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. They are also red. Yeah. As I said, we've got clean water here, but yes, you have taken.
Especially after living in a swamp for so long as well.
Oh, God, swamp foot. And yes, there is also this very sort of, I can't remember what smell we said, that the soap. You got a lot of that soap, like travel soap. This is clearly, I know you're new to this world, but this is someone who obviously lives out of his backpack, really. Yeah.
It's fine. New to the world, but not new to work.
Yeah. I think maybe there's something where you'll be like, oh yeah, maybe like yourself, someone who travels light and weirdly sentimental for that, the wood carvings, but they are hidden and wrapped up carefully in some of the socks. So you're like, sorry, you're going to drop this out. Oh, cool. It's like a little cat thing. Anyway, a cow sock. Yes, congratulations. You've got 6 pairs of socks now. And
I am wearing them all completely incorrectly. When you wake up, there is this just robot kind of like crouched on the ground. Socks off the shoulders, socks on hands. And just little, the face expressionless. The Heldry.
Did you pull a sock prank on me, E?
I have acquired all of your footwear.
That's just the A, gets up, leans up. How was your night apart from playing silly buggers? Anything interesting happen?
The waves are choppy. Also, this one snores.
There's nobody next to you, but Zagan, the Grey's orc, everybody else sleeps on the floor above, snores very loudly.
Yeah, that'll be Zagan.
You would be a very easy target.
I suppose, if you're thinking that way.
It is also very loud.
Yeah.
He's also still snoring because you've woke up before the sun rises, so you can cook dinner, breakfast. Prepare breakfast.
Yeah.
With sock hands. I could do something about it if you wish.
Appreciated, but no. But good to.
A simple re-breaking of the nose was going to open up the airways.
You could offer, but on the whole, people are probably a bit shifty when it comes to people threatening to break their nose, even though you seem to be doing it out of goodness of your heart. Same about being able to murder them in their sleep. It seems a bit that seems to be once you've known someone for a while that you bring that up.
So once you've known them for a while, you can murder them in your sleep.
Yeah, once you did that, some
Taken. Once I have known someone for a while, I can murder them in their sleep. The emblem is cackling in the face.
You're funny, you know that, right?
Am I?
Yeah. But funny. At least I think you are. Anyway, again, Brahm has found like a backup hat because it's cold on the ship, and is not going to make an attempt to take his hat back. It's yours. You said, yeah. Right.
I will give you back one pair of socks. My hand socks.
I take off. Let's say the cow ones.
I was thinking cow, yeah.
Yeah. Puts on. Well, weirdly like cold because they've been on your hands. Right. So we need to worry about breakfast. Do you know? I know you don't eat necessarily, but you know how to cook.
Maybe.
Let's go find out.
Give me can I cook? Have I ever cooked?
Roll a history check.
Oh,
Also, the temptation to change the heraldry, so instead of it being a face, it's like a little mini version of E, similar to Maui's tattoo in Moana, is really, really, really tempting to do. I won't do it, but
hey,
it's really, unless you want to. But
see how the upgrade goes.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Give me three weeks and a meeting with an engineer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
24 history.
You feel like you knew how to cook at one point, and then a memory sort of flickers in your eye for the briefest of moments, and you see that sun-haired person again at a table with food, and then the memory fades. It's just the briefest of flashes.
I made her dinner. Not much of rations, but fruit and vegetables from the garden. There were candles.
That sounds nice. It's good to make food for those that you love.
She was special. I can use knives. And they're just going to like summon a knife out of thin air.
I'm so glad you took the socks off your hand before you did that.
No, my cow socks. Okay, so this is the first time. So it said, like, psychically, like, knives just appeared in your hands.
Blades of psychic energy, it says.
So they can just appear. They can appear floating above your hands. They can appear in your hands as if you're holding them. It can appear as an arm blade. It's up to you how you.
Yep.
You can have it appear in any sort of way.
All of them, depending on the need.
Talia, is this just you've summoned like a stiletto, or have you summoned a kitchen knife?
I think it is like a weaponry knife, and then I look at it and it becomes a kitchen knife. In my hand.
Right. Okay. So we do have fresh fruit. So would you like to help? Like, just stopping to look at it and go, well, that doesn't look like it's covered in blood. But are you okay with water? Start again. Water. Wow, that's that. I found what I can't say in the accent. You okay, like washing your hands? You know, sort of like that's not going to like break you or anything, is it?
I would just like to remind you that he just swam through the ocean.
That's also, yeah. You know, I just want E to wash his hands and possibly his knives. I'm just saying for hygiene, E, you know. So I'm Talia, how close are these hands to my face currently?
Very going. Yes, there must be hygiene, especially after I've had my hands in your socks.
Yes, yeah. Come on, head up the. I think because we just established like the stairs from here are pretty much go up to the galley. So
Yeah, you make your way towards where the canteen is, and you can begin cooking the breakfast and everything like that. I think at this point, we're going to have a bit of a time skip. There are a couple of... we're going to speed through what you would both like to do over the course of the next week.
I'm interested because I think this meal is sort of like, as everyone's sort of gathered, apart from the other passengers, I kind of was like, so this is E. E is helping me in the kitchen and is traveling with us into Abercathus. Good egg. Just, not even threatening, but it's just that sort of thing. It's like being in a sort of group and being like, friend of mine. We're all good. We're all good. Great.
I am freshly hatched.
Again, Brahm laughs at this. He's tickled by E. This is great.
Everybody introduces themselves to you. You've already met Cora, so Cora doesn't introduce themselves to you, nor does Artelago. But you meet Amberline Elros, who is the sailing master. She's a female sea elf. There is Kenji, who is the surgeon of the sort of the medical professional of the ship. You notice that Kenji tends to look at Brahm for a longer period of time than other people.
Is Kenji a threat?
Kenji is not a threat. Kenji seems to have a crush on Brahm. Denna, you remember from sneaking up on you on the deck the night before, and is a female dwarf. Kenji's human, I should say. Sweeper, who is the powder monkey, is a non-binary small dragonkin with red scales. Think just slightly taller than dwarven size. And what I mean by taller is the horns make them taller than a dwarf.
I would also like to point out Sweeper is the oldest member of the crew. Yes. So I was like, Sweeper, like a sweet little. I was like, no, they're like hundreds of years old. Yeah. It's just they really like working with the powder.
I've missed a few details, so please send them.
Yeah. And then Zagan is the one who was snoring, is the boatswain. I will say that both Sarah and Tulip do come up for breakfast, but they don't partake in the greetings. They sort of keep themselves over in the corner of the sort of canteen area.
I kind of serve them. I kind of politely keep their distance and also making sure they feel cared for and sort of. I don't know why Bram's decided it's his job to take care of these people, but
he's a good boy.
He's a sweet, caring boy.
You're the cook and kind of the morale officer as well. Yeah, you keep everybody's spirits up. Yeah,
there's been a few times. There's not really fights on this place, but it's like I've had two different sides come and be like, "Hey, the snoring," and Bram's like, "I don't know what to say, Kenji."
What you say back is, "Wait, do you think yourself lucky that Beho isn't here?"
I think that's the thing. And Beho, and we're like, "Oh yeah, Beho." Yes.
I think I spend a little too much time looking at Amberline. I'm just going, sea elves.
She's slightly bluish. Her skin is slightly bluish. You can see that she's got some. Not all sea elves have this, but she has gills that go down sort of the side of her neck. She doesn't wear an awful lot of material clothing. A lot of the clothing that she wears is made out of like seaweed and all of that sort of stuff. So she's very much more natural based rather than synthetic, as it were. She dives off the ship quite a lot to sort of swim around perimeters and things. Normally in the shallows, won't go anywhere near the deep. And maintains the ship underneath of the ship as well to make sure that everything's all repairs and all that need doing when it's not sailing forward are done. So very good at what she does.
Yeah. So I'm feeling, having introduced E and gone, there seems to be. What's the energy like with the crew?
Oh, everybody's reading. Quite a few people are, to start off with, taken a little bit aback because they've never seen a soul forged, or at least a soul forged that has autonomy in a way. So they're a little bit taken aback, some of them to start off with, but once E starts speaking with them and starts handing out food and things, and they realise, oh, this is just another person, easily integrated within the rest of the crew.
I do think if there's any problems, like Brahm just does the most like sort of like hand movement, like it's okay, just sort of because he's integrated himself as well. And it's like, yeah, no, I vouch for him. We're good.
A constant mix of combining between psychic conversations and slightly more broken verbal conversations. The verbal conversations are slowly getting better over time.
Yeah. And over the course of the week, you can both sort of continue making breakfast together, making lunch, making dinner, doing general work, chores and things around the ship like everybody else. During the day is when everybody is most active. The ship tends to not sail as much at night. Everybody tends to sleep at night. There is normally one person who is on watch. Generally sweeper doesn't really sleep that much, so they're generally on watch in the crow's nest, just to make sure that no other ships approach or anything. But you don't know how they manage it, but the ship doesn't actually move at night. Even when there's a current, it stays where it is, and they don't drop anchor or anything. It just stays stationary. Nobody has explained how or why that happens, but it's just something that happens.
I would also like to point out that it is our tradition to, then we talk about the ship, it's to stroke the ship as well. So it's sort of like going, having said, oh, do ships have souls? Yeah. Just Bram's like, magic ship.
That's one of the, how like certain medias and things in the real world have an effect on real life. Like we mentioned earlier, where the term clankers comes from Star Wars, and we now use that for AI. That's
Never heard that before.
Have you not?
No.
It's weird, and to be honest, to sidetrack, as soon as you start using slurs for a group of people, you're like, that's sympathetic and unpleasant. And it's just like, no, don't try and make it feel bad for AI.
I've never heard of AI known for anything other than AI, or that annoying thing on my computer.
Yeah.
Oh, they want to help you. They want,
Anyway. One of the things that came out from the Marley Journey novel series is that a lot of sailors who read the books, and even if they didn't read the books, it's sort of something that's sort of passed along. They all treat the ships as if, the good ones anyway, the ships as if they have spirits.
Hello, ship. Do you also have a soul? Are you awake?
You don't feel anything from the ship.
I am very lonely. Please say hello.
Ship doesn't reply. I can't have every ship in this universe have a spirit.
Not every ship's from Talu. I think again, you just said like we're keeping busy during the day. Tyler, do you think E stays with Brahm, or do you think E feels more confident to just sort of go off and?
I think there is a significant portion of time just shadowing you, and then finding a couple of other people. I'd probably follow Denna around a bit, one of the early ones, to say hello, and then a few times trying to follow Amberline across because something feels familiar, but though I'm not sure how creepy that might be.
You don't do it intentionally. But
they don't seem taken aback by it. A lot of them are quite glad to have the company because a lot of them do their own jobs around the ship, and then sometimes it can be a bit lonely. They don't always their jobs don't always cross with each other, so having an extra set of hands they're quite helpful with. I will also say that Xena is also still on the ship.
Absolutely. Then I'm going to spend a lot of my time with Xena. One of my things I'd like to do is to start trying to integrate all of my processing systems, because but the only person who I feel I trust in case it does go wrong is Xena. So I'd be doing it in. Brahm is allowed near, but Brahm can't be the only one that has. Xena has to be there for me to, and away from everybody else.
Then I also have introduced myself to Xenia and just sort of been like,
Pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you. On the ship I'm Isaac, but my actual name's Brahm, and I'm helping E.
Isaac
Hi,
is
priority target. Hi, priority target.
That's why we don't use that. It turns out.
Right. So what you're telling me is that Isaac is a alias.
Yes.
And you're freely telling me this information.
E trusts you, and I think it's important to know that, as you picked up, that I'm on the list of.
Might trust me, but what happens if I get captured and I'm tortured to give them information?
Then you simply say that you saw a delightfully handsome elf orc on a ship somewhere.
Known as Brahm, because I will eventually crack and I will give them all of the information.
What else can you say? He was on a ship and now he's gone.
Speaking from experience, there is no point having an alias if you're not going to keep to it.
That's true. I'm going to have to go put a coin in the jar.
I've put a few.
Yeah. Yeah, see.
I was going to have an alias, and then I've decided I do not want one.
That's probably a good idea. People do have a nasty habit of just blabbing, myself included.
I think most of these conversations and your sort of recalibration and stuff happen at night when the rest of the crew are downstairs. The only other person that would be up here would be Sweeper, but they're way up in the crow's nest, so they can't hear anything that's happening.
Why did you rescue me?
You were one of mine. I wasn't going to leave you behind. I was hoping that I would have gotten to you before this happened to you, but unfortunately I didn't.
I do not know if I feel happy or sad or angry. I feel.
It's a good thing that I think it's good that you are starting to feel again and you're starting to become more like yourself. What emotions you feel towards what has happened to you will come in time, and I will be here to support you through that, whether any of those feelings are directed towards me or not.
Everything hurts. Not physically, but it hurts.
I can't say that I understand what it is exactly that you're going through. I've seen processes like this happen before, but I've never experienced it. So just tell me or Isaac here whatever it is you need, and I mean, I'll try best of my abilities. I'm not sure about yourself, but
we'll do what we can when we can.
We do.
What were they like before?
Charming. They were a high-ranking member of the military. Not as high as me, but they were rising through the ranks very quickly. Up for promotions, been through more promotions than I'd ever seen. There's only one other person who I'd known who'd climbed through the ranks as quickly as what they did. My general. My former general, should I say. You would know her as the War Master.
I mean, he's not going to be like, oh, but non-natural 20. I think it's enough. I think there's like a small kind of like pained smile. That's the most that he gives away.
Yeah.
I mean, she's probably very sort of insightful, but be enough to be like, yeah.
Massive romantic. From what I've seen, their relationship that they had was jealous of, and not because I wanted to be with them or anything.
No,
it was just
but
the amount of love that they could give to someone was
No, my parents were. Yes, there was a military bent to my family. I know the feeling.
Another windfall. Just trails off.
Did they? Apologies, if I'm asking questions yet. The loved one, hair like the sun, I assume.
Yes.
I sort of. I pat E on the shoulder. Probably still got the socks, you know. I'm working for him. Yeah.
Yeah. You go to pat the shoulder, and one of the shoulder pads has got a sock still on it. Been there for a few days.
I know. I switched the socks around.
Yes, it's it. I'm weirdly being cared for. It's very encouraging in a weird way. Sorry, bud. That's.
You do not tell me of her. I assume. It was. You had led me to believe that she was alive, but from the conversation, I assume not.
I am willing to speak about it when you feel that you are ready for it. I don't want to force the conversation on you, and you're not emotionally prepared for it. You are still coming to terms with your emotions and who you are now. I think throwing that type of spanner in the works might set you back a little bit.
Would you give me her name?
Her name was Julita. She was the Smith Master for General Visania when she was a general.
She had a smile like the sun, and hair flamed. Strong, but she didn't like to fight.
No, she liked to forge weapons. She liked to provide items for those that she cared for to protect themselves rather than for killing.
She sounds marvelous.
Robot face blank. Held it's. If it looked like it could cry, it would be.
It's become sort of like an emoji face now, where it's just pouring down with water. Sort of Etch-a-Sketch style.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you. That's hopefully that makes you feel a bit better, E. That's a bit more information for you.
Thank you. And thank you.
You're welcome. And at that point you hear a ding 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 as the ship's bell has begun ringing. Nobody stood at it, but you have noticed that the ship has started rocking a little bit more, and rain has started to come down quite heavily. And then you hear the sound of lightning, and everything flashes up around you. Artedigo comes out of his captain's hut. He's wearing everything bar his hat. His shirt isn't done up and everything, like he's just got out of bed. We've got a storm coming. Crew, right. To your positions. Cora, we need to get the ship moving. And Cora, who is all the way at the end, hasn't come upstairs tonight, even though she normally does, but she knows that you have your private time and then you sort of trade places. She comes up, again, half-dressed, and she begins waving her hands, and the ship lurches forward a little bit as a storm begins to come in the deep. So we are going to enter into a little bit of a skill challenge as the storm and the waves are battering the ship, lightning crashing everywhere. All of the crew members that are useful in this situation are running around trying to help out. People like Denner are not useful at the moment because they're a gunner. It's just an extra person that would be on the deck that could potentially get swept off. So anybody who is not seen as priority personnel are told to go below decks. Brahm and E, you are both told to go below deck, but if you want to help out, you can by grabbing sails and making sure that they don't flap out of the way, so we end up veering off in a different direction, is what you're basically shouted at. Or you're also told to make sure that Cora doesn't go overboard, because Cora is currently trying to control parts of the sails and blow wind into them to try and get the ship to move, trying to hold the ship steady. For the first mate, her magical abilities help this ship a lot. And she's the only person who has this level of magic on the ship. Artelico has shown some level of magic, but not to the level that Cora has.
Cora gets Bardic to start with.
Yep.
Which I did last time, and it just seems to be a general thing that, you know, and unfortunately no one's like, hey, why is the cook playing a magical lute? It's fine. Don't worry about it. So she has a D6. Yes, I think part of what I'm doing is slightly I'm going to make sure Cora doesn't go over.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask for both of you to roll me some initiative, please.
Oh, no.
I want to help. I just, at the moment, I'm looking to see where I'd be useful. I'm not built for strength. I'm built
Well, that's the thing.
for maneuvering.
I'm strength, you're dex. So I think as a team, we're probably quite useful here. I got a 5 on the initiative.
15.
Nice.
So we got a 5, a 15. I rolled a natural 1 for that, and an 11 for that. Cool. Let me just quickly sort those out. Right, so coming to the top of the round, E, as the ship is being rocked to and fro, you can see that Brahm has inspired Cora in some sort of a way. What would you like to do?
Is there anything nearby that might, like, it's loose or it's going to come down, or something that needs to be anything, like, with all of the sheets and the sails kind of flapping around ropes, is there anything that might cause a clear and present danger to Cora or one of the other people doing actual work?
One of the sails is currently not tied into position. Everybody else is busy grabbing other ropes and other parts of the sail and stuff, but there is one beam that looks like it could swing around and knock Cora off of her feet, knock everybody off of their feet because of how low it is, but it's got a rope dangling from it and you can see where it ties to.
I would like to do that ahead of time. I have a passive perception of 18.
So you can do that. Make me a sleight of hand check, please, to see how good you are at tying knots.
Honey, Julita will tell you that I'm very good at tying knots. Thank you very much.
But how good is E at tying knots?
Hopefully also good. I have a plus 10.
These were good hands. Strong hands.
Strong. Nimble hands. That's a 27, baby.
Yeah, so quickly run over, grab the rope. There's no taut to it, so you're not going to get pulled back or anything, but you manage to get it over, loop it round and tie it into a sailor's knot so it's securely in place and won't budge and doesn't, more importantly, doesn't smack into anybody.
That is good.
Anything else on your turn?
Move myself back into kind of like guard position, I guess.
Yeah, you sort of position yourself. Would you position yourself at the top of the stairs so you can hold either edge so you don't rock around so much?
I want to see if there's a way I can just lock my feet into something.
Dig your heels in.
I'm calling it just, I have a very high acrobatics, so hopefully just being able to move with the boat.
When it comes to that, we'll get you to roll an acrobatics check for that. So after your turn, it is the Golden Maiden and its crew. So Cora is still using her magic to hold off. Basically, not she's not quite powerful enough to have control weather as a spell, but she's basically like controlling the flow, trying to control the flow of the wind, but she can't do that while the sea is also blowing up over the waves are crashing into the ship and causing it to rock. So she's a bit sort of, I need to concentrate on this now, I need to concentrate on this now, I need to concentrate on this now. So she's burning through a lot of her energy to try and keep the ship as steady as possible. Artelago is at the helm and is fighting with the wheel, trying to stop it from stop the ship from going off course and going further into the deep, because nobody has travelled that far, at least on that anybody knows of anyway. Or the Golden Maiden hasn't travelled that far into the deep. Who else would be on the top? Amberline is also up on top as well, completely unfazed by the amount of rain that's coming down because sea elf, but has grabbed the ropes on the other sail and has pulled those down and has begun tying them up. Sweeper is still in the crow's nest and is shouting down, the storm is coming in quicker and harder, and I can see something else off in the distance, which we'll come to in a bit, and then Zagan is also running around. Artelago is shouting at him to grab this, grab that, make sure any loose bits on the top are taken back downstairs so that we don't lose supplies and things. Make sure the cannons are secure and everything so they don't roll around. And that's what Zagan's doing. Bram, that makes it your turn.
Cora's not attached at the moment, is she? She just ran forwards and...
Yeah, she's just literally holding her position while she's getting rocked around. There is going to be a check in a minute that everyone's going to have to make, but
I'd like to think that we've got like lifelines sort of attached, like emergency ropes. That I'm just like,
yeah,
she needs,
but she hasn't had a chance to do hers yet.
Well, then I would like to assist her, and because I mean, I really don't want to go in the ocean, but she's the one who's making this a lot better. So to sort of not to dash, but to dash to get forwards and to sort of like hook her on to the lifeline just to make sure.
Yeah, it's one of those hooks that you clip over her her sailor's belt that she wears, which has got these hoops on so that you can hook it on. Everybody wears one as part of their sort of uniform, as it were. I
also managed to find it. Actually, I'd say sort of like let's say one of them is linked into the coat that I was wearing, and so I'm wearing like a new one, but he is in my coat, and so hopefully will be able to hook themselves on. So that's okay to make sure Cora.
Hook that on for Cora, that's fine. We are now going to come to the bottom of the round. At the bottom of the round, I would like everybody to please roll me a dexterity saving throw. Anybody that has got a harness, has got one of these hooks on them, will have advantage.
Do you think either of us had time to hook ourselves on?
Not yet. Well, no, because you both use your actions to do other things.
Yes,
so you're not hooked up yet.
No.
So I will roll for the members of the Marley. Not the Marley. This is the
Golden Maiden. The Marley crew. So we rocked up.
No, that would be very fun.
We're grandpas. 13.
Okay. 25.
Again, we've got different skills.
Yeah, I know.
I've got skills. What are you going to do about it? So, Bram, you are, as you hook onto Cora, the ship rocks and you are thrown to the end of the ship. You don't fall overboard, but you do crash into the side. You will take 1 point of bludgeoning damage as your shoulder cracks into the edge. Artelago also isn't clipped on at the moment. Didn't have a chance to, but he gets thrown from the wheel, and the same thing happens to him, and he's going to take 6 points of damage as he cracks his head on the side. You also watch as Zagan sort of lifts off of the ground a little bit as it as this wave hits, and then slams back down into the deck. But Sweeper, who's above, he takes 5 points of damage, and Amberline and Cora are all fine. At the top of the round, you hear Sweeper say, "We've got something coming out of the water!" and you hear a crashing noise, like something has just erupted from the sea, and the sky fills with this purple energy. Like, it's almost like the clouds themselves have got this, have turned purple as this thing comes crashing out of the water, and you see a black, ethereal looking ship as it crashes down into the waves and begins sailing almost unimpeded by the storm towards you with its cannons bearing. I'll ask both of you to roll me perception checks, please.
Nat 20 for 24.
Oh, sheesh. 18.
Okay, so with the 18, you can see that there are a number of figures on the ship, all very not quite. They've got like an ethereal sort of glow to them, but there is some sort of solidness to them. With the natural 20, you can see that there are 6 pirate-looking figures. They look very undead. They've got that sort of etherealness like a ghost, but there is that solid zombie look to them as well, very similar to Pirates of the Caribbean. And you can see at the helm of the ship is a captain with a big old captain's hat on his head. You can see his eyes are white. He has purple veins streaking down his face, and in the center of his exposed chest there is an eye that is looking directly at your ship.
Lovely. So glad you're here.
Out of turn order, I look at Brahm and I point to the hat and go, want.
Brahm sort of like slightly went to get up and go, let's see if we can get you a hat then.
New character art, E, collector of hats.
And socks.
And socks.
Can't do socks on Hero Forge, unfortunately, but hats.
The socks was just there to fuck with Brahm.
Yeah.
But I want the hat.
Yeah.
You just watch as this captain's mouth opens wider than it should, and a howl just comes out. And the ship is going to prepare to fire. But we move back to the top of round 2, and E, it is your go. You can see, in fact, because E is not really a ranged person, some of these pirates step forward and then appear on the deck of the Golden Maiden.
That's fair. I was going to try and jump on their ship. Pirate style. Yes. Okay, this is a stupid. How can I position myself so I can get advantage?
For sneak attack.
For sneak attack.
There could be if you're undetected. I
can. It's just because I'm trying to see the map in my head.
Yeah. So in terms of the ship itself at the moment, where there's 6 pirates that have teleported over, I'd say the captain's also teleported over. So the ship itself is unmanned. I would say that out of the 7 pirates that are here, 3 of them are within close range, as in 5 feet, of one of the members of the Golden Maiden, being Cora, Cora, Amberline, and Zagan, who are all on the bottom.
Oh, straight up the one attacking Cora. That's near Cora then, because Cora's important. Yeah,
so you can do that, yeah.
So I'd like to... If it takes any of my actual actions to do it, I'm not doing it fully, but just for the effect, I am stealthing and kind of like disappear to the shadows and come back out of a different one. And then I am going to blade him. I do actually have 60 foot of reach with my blades, but I just want to stab him.
Go for it.
So I've got so much I can do. And guys, this is the first time I've played this kind of rogue. So let's work out.
I love Soul Knife Rogue.
They're very cool.
What happens? Okay, that is a 24 to hit.
Yep.
So that gives me that one using does that do? I don't know what that says. Oh, that's if I fail. That's not an attack. Okay. I would like to have lost my thing again, but I know what I'm doing because I'm prepped and cool. 3d6. Let's take you and let's take you. We're not using the girlfriend dice.
No.
She doesn't deserve this.
She's dead.
What?
Oh, no, I use her
she's
for I use her
fine.
for nice things like communication and
Memories
cohesion. Memories. Oh, that's
of her dying.
shut up.
That's
Find,
not a thing.
I'll find where you live.
You still don't know where I live.
You can find out. 4, 8, 10, 12 points of piercing. No, wait, not even piercing. It's not piercing. Is it piercing?
Psychic damage if you're using
Psychic
your psychic
damage.
blades. Yeah.
Yes.
They are not immune to psychic damage. So, did you say 12 or
12.
cool?
Psychic damage. That's including the sneak attack.
Yeah.
And then bonus action. I would like to do it again.
Go for it.
Oh wait, I rolled a wrong dice. So not 12.
Did you roll to hit? Did you?
No, it is 12. No, I
Yeah.
used the wrong dice, but I rolled the same thing on the other dice, so
That's fair.
that's fine. So roll to hit, but then before the second one. 17.
To hits.
Fantastic. So that's my d4. Oh. 7. Plus an extra 4 for the earlier one. That's it. I must have.
So another 11.
Yes.
Cool. So this one, as you move over to it and summon are these daggers that you're summoning?
Yeah, I think I have been playing so far with over this journey, a variety of different types of knives. I've been able to summon kitchen knives and butter knives and little kind of like screwdriver type knives. These are full on Imperium assassin weapons. There is nothing nice about these.
Yeah, and they're sleek and they are efficient as they cut into this pirate. Because it's psychic damage, it doesn't really do anything to its physical form, but the ethereal energies that you can see pulling off of it have been torn to shreds, and it is looking like it is bloodied.
Fantastic. And that is me. I am done. Action and bonus action.
Cool.
Someone haste me. Has anyone got the ability to haste me? I want to hit more things.
The crew of the Golden Maiden go next. Artelago has the captain on him, I will say. So he is going to turn to fight the captain. He's going to make an attack roll. He's going to hit the captain, and he's going to do X amount of damage to the captain. Oh, that's pretty good. So he does that much. So he does some good damage to the captain. Zagan, Amberline. Zagan and Amberline are not fighters, so they are basically going to try and scramble away from their respective pirates. So attacks of opportunities will happen against them. The one against Amberline will miss, but the one against Zagan will hit. And Zagan is going to take, as he gets struck with a dagger, he takes 3 points of damage. A stiff cut along the back of his shoulder blade as they both move away from the pirates and keep trying to secure. Actually, no, they begin to make their way to the deck because they can't fight. So they begin to run down. As they run down, you watch as Xena runs up, and as Artelago shouts out for help, Xena runs up and she looks towards him and she goes, "Give me a weapon!" And you just watch as he draws another rapier from his pocket. Takes it out of his pocket.
Like there's a little extending button. It just goes. Whoop.
Yeah, he throws it down and she catches it, and then she begins swinging it around and is going to make an attack towards the one of the pirate number 2. We'll say she gets 2 attacks. She misses with the first one, but hits with the second. She's a rapier, so it's a D8. She does 7 damage to it. Leaving it on that much. Brahm, after that, it is your turn. So the only people on the deck now are Cora, who is maintaining concentration on her spells. Xena, who is fighting. Artelago, who is face-to-face with the captain at the minute. And then you two. Sweeper is up in the crow's nest, so is not in the combat. Is shouting things out, yeah. Everybody else is now below deck.
Okay. How far away? Because as I said, I was by Cora, then I got sort of flung. So how far away am I from Cora, and how far away am I from E?
You're 10 feet away from where Cora is, and you're 25 feet away from where E is. You're 40 feet away from Artelago, and elevated, and he's elevated as well.
Because he's up by the helm.
He's up on the helm, yeah.
Okay. And it's an action to put the line on you, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to do like let's get everything sorted, and then I'm going to action surge, so then I can do combat. Action... hook myself. I will
say that if you hook the line on you, your movement will become restricted.
Okay, I don't do that then. I think I can. I'm not dexterous. Okay, that frees up. I will use my bonus action and just shout to E, basically like, "All right, you got this." That means suddenly, as there is a glow of you rallying for, you now have 8 temporary hit points.
Heraldic shield sparkles.
It's friendship. It makes... it's the ship that will never sink. Sorry, about Talia Kovner, that was like, yeah, disgusting. Okay,
the ship is currently in danger of sinking.
I'm aware. We're going to stop that. Okay, pirates on Cora.
There's one on Cora.
Right. I think that's my focus. To also play fair, folks, Brahm does not have his shield at the moment. Brahm does not have his fiery sword. He has like a cutlass. I've decided that, I was like, I couldn't say he's not wearing armor. I think that would be silly that he's not wearing anything. But him also just being, he's got the loot, but he also, after the previous thing, was like, cool, I've got the insignia of my mother, who is a criminal to the Imperium. I also have Peltos on my sword. Maybe not a good idea. I mean, I got away wearing a hat and a scarf. It's fine. I will start swinging at the pirate next to Cora.
Yep. This will be pirate number 3. Please make me an attack.
No, I get 2. First one is a 25.
Hits.
And that is 10 points of slashing.
Lovely. Next.
And the second attack is a 21.
Hits.
And that is 8 points of slashing.
Amazing.
As I said, I know bloodied is probably hard to tell from a ghost, but it's...
Your weapon is a physical weapon.
Yes.
So the appearance is different to what the damage that E is done to the one that they're attacking currently.
Psychic, yeah.
Whereas that one's etherealness looks like it's been torn to shreds. This pirate's body looks like it's been torn to shreds, but its ethereal form is still very much there. It does look bloodied, though.
I will action surge and does next up. 12.
12 does not hit, no.
And second attack, 22.
22 does hit.
That is... That's 5 points to slashing.
Okay. As you run over and begin attacking this one that's trying to get to Cora, it turns and parries the first one of your attacks, and as it shoves the blade away, or as it goes to shove your blade away, you dive down and get good cuts on it, causing its stomach to rip open and guts begin to spill out as its attention is now solely focused on you.
That's fair. That's kind of what I want to do. You
can see a purple glow in its eyes, and its mouth begins to chatter as it's looking at you.
No, not again. Two things that Brahm does not like: chattering skulls, and what I think I can educationally say, Aether.
Probably.
Yeah. Have I seen much else in Aether infected stuff over the last couple of months? It's been.
Not really. No, not on the ship. No.
No. And I didn't really. Again, so we only landed twice, so I haven't really seen. Yeah.
He's not really bumped into anything. No.
Okay. That is. Yeah. Still have my reaction, which I don't know is going to be as useful because I don't have my shield currently, but I do have Featherfall, so that could be helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. So at the end of your turn, that makes it the pirate's turn. So the first thing that's going to happen is the one that is in close combat with E is going to make an attack against E. No, it's not. That's going to be a 7 to hit you.
Oh, it does not.
That completely misses you.
It's like, tries to get me, goes between the wiring. I'm like, fine, sure.
It does get 2 attacks, so it'll try again. That was going to be an 18 and then rolled to a 5. So that one misses as well as it tries to get to you. But the fact that its etherealness has been torn to shreds causes parts of its body to begin to, as it goes to attack, its arm just sort of slumps down a bit because the etherealness isn't holding it together.
I also don't have organs. So, all of the places to hurt me are in different places.
This is true. The one that is currently in close combat with Xena is going to make an attack against Xena, who's also not wearing armor. That's going to hit. It's going to make 2 attacks, sorry. That second one's also going to hit. Okay, poor NPC.
Oh, no.
That's going to be 2 lots of 5 points of damage, so she takes 10 points of damage in total. We'll keep a track of her hit points. As this thing slashes into her. Bastard things, the weapons are sharp.
Yep. Not to matter too much. Can you shout out if anyone looks bloodied? Because I've got healing stuff. Yeah.
She looks pretty good as it is. The one that is in close range with you, Brahm, is going to try and attack you twice. I'll just roll two d20s. Oh wow, that's an 8 and a 4. 4, a 11 and a 7. So no, sorry, a 13 and a 9. So no.
I think Brahm throws up his arm like he's got the shield and just goes, idiot, and then just watches as it sort of like he just catches him on the wrist and he's like, oh boy.
Oh no.
He just had a moment like, oh god. Yeah.
The other 3 pirates are going to run towards where the entranceway below deck is, and they're going to start making their way down.
Cool.
And you hear screams.
Where the civilians are.
Where the civilians are, yeah.
Right. Whatever. Okay, so our gunner is a combatant.
She's a combatant, yeah. So she's probably the only one down there that can fight.
Yeah. Kenji's also there, but Kenji can okay, we can go to Kenji if we're hurt, but
he's not a fighter, no.
No. I'm just again, it's mentally going cool. Okay. Worrying, but yes.
Then the captain goes. Captain is stood with Artelago, and you watch as they reach in and draw this blade, and it looks like a great sword that they draw that's got jagged edges going along the blades with a big sort of eye on the handguard. The blackened blade, as it draws it, this purple and red energy is erupting off of it like lightning. It's holding the greatsword in one hand, and it takes a swing at Artelago. he gets a number of attacks equal to, I think it's 2, but I just want to double check.
No.
3 attacks.
No, not nice.
Not nice, no.
It's nice captains. We only invite nice captains on our ship.
One of those was an actual 1, so that one misses. He hits Artelago once. So as this pirate captain swings the blade down, Artelago dodges out of the way. The blade goes to miss, and he then pulls the wheel up, catching the blade and causing it to move. But the captain quickly twists his wrist to make the blade go flat, and then brings that across and catches Artelago in the shoulder. That is going to be this amount of damage. Oh, that's heavy. That's going to be 19 points of slashing damage, and Artelago needs to make a saving throw. Oh, nope, he fails that. You don't see this, but from the audience's perspective, as Artelago is slashed with this, we watch as the cut grazes across sort of his pectoral right up over his shoulder, and as the blade moves away, we watch as purple veins begin to around Artelago's wound. Purple and red veins, sorry.
Mean.
Yes.
No, thank
No.
you.
No, thank you.
Not our captain.
He seems like a sweetie. He's been so
He is
nice
a
to me.
Yeah. How about no?
How about no? Finally, the pirate ship is going to bring about its cannons, and it is going to fire 3 cannon shots, because there's 3 on one side, at the Golden Maiden. That is going to be 2 hits. Tom, can you note down that the Golden Maiden has got 200 hit points, please?
I can indeed. 200. Golden Maiden? Yep.
Yep, the Golden Maiden is going to take 18, 26, 31, 36, 39 points of 39 plus 10. 49 points of bludgeoning damage as these 2 of these cannons rip into the hull, causing bits of wood to blow out. The third one sails off. Looks like the ship had sort of... No, because the ship is being unaffected by the waves at the moment, so it looked like it was aiming for the mast, but it just sails past the mast. The ship is gliding through the water as if the waves are not there.
Right.
Top of round 3, E, it is your turn. You are face to face with a pirate. 3 others have just gone downstairs where the civilians are.
Okay. Order of priority list. Cora. Honestly, the captain's important, but I think other people are on that. Civilians. The one next to me and Cora, how damaged does it look?
The one you're in combat with looks like it's nearly on death's door. The one that Cora is sorry, did you say Cora or Xena?
Cora.
I'm next to Cora.
You're next to Cora, yes.
Because I was using Cora I was attacking the one that was next to Cora. So that's the one, because I'm trying to protect her.
Okay, well, there's 2 next to Cora, so because you're both attacking ones next to Cora.
Yeah.
So both the 2 that you're attacking are on the exact same amount of hit points. They're both on death's door, basically. And the one that Xena is fighting looks lightly wounded.
Okay.
And the pirate captain looks like he's taking a little bit of damage as well. But not much.
If I can help with the ones on Cora, that frees up a lot of people to deal with the captain, I think. So yeah, I'm going to go and attacky, backy, smacky,
Sneak attacky.
one of them, and then hopefully if I do enough damage I can then attack the other one. So I have to roll to hit first.
It's good to that.
highly
I do 30
important.
damage. What do you roll to hit? Damn it.
20.
20 hits, yep.
Okay, that's all of these d6.
Yes, because you still get your
Yeah.
sneaker tackles.
Yes, 5, 10, 16, 19, 23.
How do you want to do this to this one?
I think it's just gentle blades through the brainstem, through the throat before it's even noticed. Like that point right there.
Soft bit at the back.
Soft bit at the back. You know, someone, it looks like someone who very much knows how to go and get a very hidden, sneaky kill.
Yeah. You sort of move faint around it as it goes to swing at you. Your blade appears reverse grip in your hand, and you shoot right in the back of its neck. And as it no air would leave its lungs. And as it goes to fall to the ground, it begins turning to ash, and you watch as the ethereal energy pulls up and fades into the storm above.
Yes, I'd also like to point out, Nat, these are psychic blades. They can reverse as they want, and it's
Yeah, Nat.
Why don't you fight with psychic daggers, Nat?
they're real, that. Anyway, and then I would like to just throw. I've got Beach.
Somebody clip that so we can send that to Nat.
Throw another dagger at the other one attacking Cora.
Which is the one that is next to Brahm, yep.
Yes.
So you still get sneak attack. No, you only get sneak attack once per turn, don't you?
Yeah.
Yes. But it's fine. Oh, yeah, it's a Nat 19. That's going to hit.
Yes.
So that is... 7 points.
It's still up, but it's stiff breeze will blow it over.
And so many people go
Before
they start doing things.
Yeah.
I am gonna break free of what I am doing. Look at Ram. Look at Cora. Please make considerable noise if you need assistance.
quick salute while this zombie's still like, hey! Right.
And then I am going to see if I can stealth my way downstairs.
Make me a stealth check, please.
Baby.
Part of the ship, part of the crew.
That is it almost wasn't. It was almost a 1 for a hot second. It's 29.
Yeah, you do that, and then as like the lightning cracks and that bright flash of light sort of echoes around everywhere, as that fades, you have gone. Nobody knows where you've gone.
Can I roll it? I've got advantage on these just in case I can roll a nat 20. I cannot roll a nat 20, but there we go. Yeah, 29. I've gone. I am Batman.
I am the knight. Okay, so now it's the members of the Golden Maiden. You hear a loud shot come from below deck. As I won't roll. I will roll actually because it'll be some damage.
Did she shoot the ceiling?
No.
I was going to say just a hole appears in the deck.
Sorry. You hear a loud bang and then a shit. I missed. As Denner has fired a shot at the pirates that are down there. Xena is going to make 2 attacks against the one that she's currently fighting. She's going to...
I'd just like to think Denny does that for every time, like she's firing the cannon. I hit! I missed! We're like, you don't have to call it out. It's like, yeah, but I want you to know what I'm doing. Yeah.
So Xena moves the blade around. She's not used to wielding a rapier. It's too sort of thin for her. As the pirate brings this daggers around, she, instead of using the blade to parry it, she uses the handguard and knocks the wrist of the pirate, and then comes forward through, dips down and stabs upwards to catch it in the chest, and then pulls the blade out and spins round to sort of get ready to parry more attacks. She's getting used to it as she's going. Artelago is going to make 2 attacks against the pirate captain. He is only going to hit once. He only rolled a 1 on his damage. That's only going to be 4 points of damage. As he lightly cuts the captain. Captain seems completely unfazed by it. And then we move... Oh, Cora is actually going to take a turn. And Cora is going to attempt to fire a firebolt at the one that is fighting Xena currently, because she can see that you've got you're handling the one that's next to her.
Are we okay with the dropping the storm magic?
She's concentrating on that still, but she can still cast other spells.
Okay, so it's like that's a concentration spell, and then she's
Yeah.
Firebolt's a cantrip, baby.
Yeah.
That's good. Hey, I was just checking. I didn't want to suddenly.
No, that's fair.
I assume because we're in a storm, it's bad, but it'd be a lot worse because she's sort of driving the winds away from us. So just suddenly she stops and we're like. Pfft.
As she fires this firebolt, it shoots across. It looks like it's going to miss, but then it careens round and hits this pirate in the back of the head, causing it to stumble forward right into the blade of Xena, which will kill it. As it slumps down and turns to ash. We now move to Bram's turn. Bram, you've still got this one in front of you.
Right, I will do my first attack on one in front of me. 12 doesn't hit.
Nope.
14.
14 is exactly what you need.
Cool. 6 points.
Yep. How do you want to do this?
I think having sort of caught out the corner of my eye, the way that E handled that, where it just sort of this thing sort of like opens its horror and I do the opposite basically. I stab the. Actually, I'm trying to remember. I think I'm using the long sword stats, but I'm going to say I have like more sort of a curved blade. I just stab it up into under its chin and to pull it out, and then just icky.
It disintegrates into dust from the jaw around, and the ethereal energy goes up into the sky. Anything else?
How far away is the captain?
Captain's about 25 feet away from where you are.
I will run towards him and then sort of up the stairs. It's the kind of sort of thing like I'm not quite like jumping on this thing's back, but to try and flank it, so we're fighting the captain, this captain from like both sides to try and distract it. Cool. Yes. I was going to go like, do I use my dash? Because I get that as the bonus action, and I was like, no, that's unnecessary. You don't need to run that fast. That's all good.
Okay, so at the end of your turn, it comes to the pirate's turn. Ede, are you able to get downstairs?
Just in general.
I'd like to.
But are you able to get down there with your movement? I've
got 30 foot of speed. I just need to be in eye shot of what's happening, so I don't need to be in melee.
So as you get down the stairs, you watch as these pirates have got down here. You can see that all of the civilians, mainly the two other refugees that are with you, are hiding behind Denna, who is frantically trying to reload a shot into her musket. She's trying to quickly load it up, and she sort of chucks it to the side, and she dips out and pulls out a repeating crossbow and is like, maybe this thing will bloody work, and handles that down to try and fire it. She thought musket might be more powerful. You can see that Zagan has grabbed one of Bram's frying pans and is getting ready to hit. Frying Brams. You can see, and the one that Amberline is... Amberline's not fighting one, but Amberline is currently trying to shield the two other refugees as this fighting is happening. They are going to run forward and they're going to make attacks. So this is going to be 2 attacks against Zagan. One's going to hit. 2 attacks against Denna. One's going to hit. 2 attacks against Amberline. None are going to hit. That's 2 natural ones in a row. Amberline has got the grace of E behind them.
That's the elves for you, baby.
So that's going to be 4 points of damage to Zagan and 7 points of damage to Dana. Takes a heavy hit. Doesn't look too great because, again, not really much of a combatant. And Zagan is on the same sort of level because he's taken quite a bit of a blow as well. Amberline's not actually taken any damage yet, so she's still on that. I will say that both Sarah and Tulip use commoner stats. They've got like 4 hit points and will die outright if they get attacked. So, yeah. Then it's the Pirate's Captain turn. The Pirate Captain is going to see you, Brahm, and see Artelago, and is going to make 2 attacks. It's going to make 2 attacks against you, and then 1 attack against Artelago. So the one against Artelago,
because I kind of ran into them, you know.
Yeah.
So
the one against Artelago is going to be Artelago's not actually wearing his armor, so that's going to hit. So that's going to be a fair whack of damage. It's 12 points of damage he's going to take, so that's going to take him down to the nice number.
Nice.
Number of hit points. That gives you a hint at how many hit points he has.
Okay.
As he takes this slash again. In fact, actually, that attack would deal extra damage because he is afflicted.
Oh no.
So that is an extra. It's another 12 damage he takes.
Oh boy.
So he's on that much. He's nearly bloodied.
Okay.
I'll tell to go. And then it's going to make 2 attacks against you, Brahm. One was natural 1, so that's going to miss. But the other one is a 25.
That would have hit even if I had all my kit.
All your kit on, yeah.
Yeah.
So you are going to take 13 points of slashing damage, and I need a Constitution saving throw from you, please.
Okie dokie. Okay, so 13.
It's nice
13.
to know you, Brahm.
Just live on. 13.
13, so that's a failure. And you just note down in your notes, it's not an actual condition, but you are afflicted. So any further attacks from this particular weapon, or a weapon that has the afflicted property, will deal extra damage to you. You are also poisoned until you heal the affliction, as he cuts your chest, and you watch as these purple and red veins begin to sprout out from the wound. Doesn't feel like aether, though.
Okay.
It doesn't feel as like the aether that you've had flowing through you before, anyway.
Okay, so that's disadvantage on abilities and attacks.
Yes, and then it is the ship's go. In fact, he's going to use a legendary action to tell he would have before he moved. Before he did his attacks, he would have told the ship to sink below the waves, which it's done. And now it's its turn. It's going to rip up over the waves, and it's basically going to cause a tidal wave. So this is going to be... I'm going to need a dexterity saving throw from Brahm and Artelago. And Xena, because you're the only ones on deck.
That one, baby.
Okay, so...
Makes sense, because I've just been heavily poisoned and just like,
Artelago rolled a 17 and a 15, so that's fine. And then Xena... maybe not so hot, but you are going to take this much bludgeoning damage from the waves. You'll take the full amount. 15 points of bludgeoning damage. I'll tell you to go half that. As the pirate captain sees 3 of its crew members get killed very quickly, you watch as he looks around and he shouts sort of this mournful echoed scream as this ship rips out of the water and smashes into the side of the Golden Maiden, almost causing it to capsize. You try to grab on and hold, but you just about manage to grab onto the wheel with Artelago's help. Artelago pulls you up and gets you to hold on. Makes one more check as they all disappear, and then the waves just crash over everything and everything fades to black. Well, we're coming towards the end of the session. Not quite where I wanted to be, because that's my fault. But as you awaken, the ship has drifted. You can hear the sounds of bells dinging, not bells from the ship, but bells are dinging along. Seagulls are flying around, symbolizing that you are quite close to shore. There is this intense heat that is that sort of causes you to wake up. Your mouth, Brahm particularly, because you actually have saliva, is very, very dry. E, this is the first time you've ever sort of like fallen unconscious, as it were.
I can't go to sleep.
No, but you do sort of shut down for a little bit.
Was he like badly damaged and had to shut down, or was that because something we've all been knocked out?
Basically the rocking from the ship has caused everybody to sort of get thrown around and sort of get knocked out.
I feel like I've just been bobbing in the ocean, just going, "Cool, is this what we're doing now?"
Well, you're all still on the ship. The ship has just sort of cruised along, as it were.
Yeah.
As you all begin to wake up, as it sort of naturally moved its way closer to what you can see Abacathus off in the distance. The pirates are nowhere to be seen. It's daylight. The ship is heavily damaged. Cora is kind of hanging off of the edge of the ship, but is getting pulled up by Xena, who's taking some heavy damage to the head. You do a quick crew check, and Artelago isn't on the ship.
Oh dear.
Oh no. Okay. Were we near landfall?
No. You were only a week into your journey, and it was a 3-week journey.
So we've all been unconscious for about 2 weeks.
You think, you don't know. You would think you've been obviously because you travelled that far, you think you've been unconscious for 2 weeks, but you don't actually know.
All right. Okay, so the captain's the only missing person.
Yes.
Sweeper's okay?
Sweeper's okay. Sweeper is very heavily not injured, but
battered.
Had fallen from the crow's nest.
Oh no!
And got tangled in the sort of rope netting that sort of dangles between the sails, and had been hanging there for a little while. Not upside down, luckily.
Just sort of like hanging. Right. Okay. Having sort of helped Cora, checked her. E, you're right.
I think as I woke up, so I had something I wanted to do just to protect Sasha and Tulip by doing something relatively cool. So I think.
Go on, let him do that.
Modifying that though, I'd wrapped myself entire body around them as a kind of protective shield.
Horrific for them to wake up to that, but
I've done the cool things first. So I think actually it's a bonding thing now. I've saved their life.
Cora instantly snaps into leadership mode. You can see, even with a passive insight of 10, that she's incredibly upset that Artelago's not around. But she instantly takes control of the situation, gets everybody to their positions, and you gain control of the ship and can steer it towards Abacathus, as some smaller ships have come out to see if you're okay. A couple of Abacathian guards are on the ship, on the little sort of tugboats as they are, and they come aboard and make sure that everybody is okay and well, because they can see that the ship was drifting. They can see that it's also heavily damaged and offer repairs, and they offer to help pull you into dock.
Also, can I just say to Kenji, I'm like, I seem to have got poisoned by the blade. Have you ever seen anything like that before?
He comes over to you and looks at it. It's like, no, I've not seen anything like this before. I can give you something for the wound, but for the poison itself, you might have to seek out some specialist help in the city. Maybe I'm not 100% sure. I'm sorry.
That's all right. I think it's bad. It's in my blood, but yeah, we can work with this.
It has sort of spread. Not
Festered.
a lot. It's not a lot. You've seen this sort of wound before. It's very similar to the wounds that your father had, and that spread very quickly across his body. If you have been unconscious for 2 weeks, you should be dead.
Yeah.
So that leads you to believe that maybe it hasn't been 2 weeks.
Actually, Josh, is this too sort of bad? Can we ask, these crew who are coming to help us what day it is? Because I think it's fair to say we got caught in a storm. We need to check our logs. When is it?
Yeah, they pull out some files and read through, and they tell you that obviously because dates in the world are a little bit coup with at the moment. Yeah. Basically, it is the date that they give you is 8 days after you left Catanok, so only a day has passed. Right.
Which makes more sense for the general vibe of everyone, but not for the travel. Yeah. Okay.
Talia herself would like to do a religion check, please. Me, the person.
Go on, Talia. What would you like to religion check?
Is it my wife or me?
Am I a god?
Is it Renvia?
No, is the answer to that. that you know of.
That's why Talia wanted to do it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to give away these secrets, not yet. Anyway, as the ship is pulled into dock, you can see a guard is stood on the quay waiting to greet you. This man is wearing more, his armor is more ceremonial and regal compared to the ones who have escorted you on the tug. He is an orc, very similar in probably a greens orc, but he's got light olive coloured skin with green tips on his ears. His tusks are very, very small, could quite easily pass for a human or elf. Short black hair with a little sort of like anime style little bit that goes down, and a little bit of graying on the side. And as the ship docks, he nods towards the crew. I am looking for Brahm Shatteroak and the refugee known as E and Xena, please.
As I'm strapping my armaments back on, I looked at E and I was like, well, looks like the jig's up. Stay with me, okay?
I'm still making my apologies. I apologize for wrapping myself around you. The beam was going to come and fall upon your heads, and I felt that you would not want to have your brains outside your body.
Thank you, the little girl says. Tulip says.
I give her a sock.
Oh.
No, my pig sock.
Thank you.
They do faces if you do them like this.
Oh, okay.
It can have a friend. I give her a second sock. It's not the same. They're not a matching pair.
No. No, I'm trying to think of what other farm animals there are. No, my duck sock.
It's a duck and a goose.
Nice. I like that. That's two different things. Whereas,
yeah. Xena, sort of having been patched up by Kenji, grabs the weapon that she was given by Artelago and hands that to Cora. Cora nods. Brahm, if you ever need anything, just come and find us. We're going to set up repairs and then we're going to go looking for our captain.
That's good. I might see you. Sort of like going, our paths might cross later, but when you find him, send my love, okay?
I will do.
Yeah. I think I'd just sort of go around. So, pat, just sort of like shoulder squeeze all the
say
crew.
goodbye to everybody and everything. And Cora comes over to you, E. It was a pleasure getting to meet you and getting to know you. I thank you for your assistance during the combat, and I wish you well. And I wouldn't do that here. Imperials are not highly favoured around here.
If I sort of slightly turn and go, the way I was taught is it's hand on heart.
There you go. And also a handshake. She holds her hand out.
I just clap on the hand. I still have not got the hand kind of wrapping the hands around.
Yeah. That's unique. As she goes to walk away, you can see a tear falls down her eye, thinking, about one, losing Brahm, and two, having lost their captain. As you descend down onto the quay, this figure sees you, sort of waits for you to approach. The Queen of Abercathus has requested your presence at the Pyramid Palace. I am to escort you there. Others have gathered, and there is to be a meeting of sorts. Please come with me.
Insight check. Is he a danger to Xena and Brahm?
You can roll an insight check.
Insight check. I don't know these people.
I got 18 on insight for just sort of
two things.
I think my thing is, are we under arrest? And also similarly, who's other people?
I am rolling. Is this going to be? Let's do that. I rolled a 19. The docent is rolling as well. Docent Hudo rolled a 17.
So with your rolls, you're not under arrest because he is the only one here. Yes, he does look threatening in terms of the fact that he looks like he is well equipped and well trained. However, his hands are not anywhere near the weapon that he has on his side. They're behind his back in sort of like a military sort of pose. And as he turns around, his hands are still there. And you can see that they're sort of open clasp in sort of like that behind his back.